Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he would never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word him up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
In the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Jusdueboxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube.
Jusdueboxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Jusdueboxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Jusdueboxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because I am definitely biased when I talk about boxing. So
as always, we got to shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my brother Jusdu. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to Just, man. Just doing a hell of a job over there. Had a great interview today. The brother, and I say it respectfully, one of the most non-biased individuals that I've ever heard speak on the sport of boxing. And I got a lot of love and respect for my brother Just, man. And right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Jusdu, man. Much.
What's good? Salute to the family. How y'all feeling on this good Sunday, man? We gonna build on this boxing and give it its just due, how we always do. Y'all already know. Smash the like button for your boys. Sub to the channel. Turn the notifications on. Say what's good. Support the grind, because we gonna build on it today, man. That's some good boxing to talk about, man. We gotta, some breaking news, if you will, got some breaking news, man. Looks like so far, it looks like we're going to get the fight between Norman Jr. and Devin Haney. And I got to say, man, I love it. I love it, man. I love it. We're going to talk about all of it, man. The action from last night, pretty good card, man. Tevin Farmer got blitzed by the youngin, Ryan Garcia and Delahoya back at it again. We're going to talk about all of it, man. Where we at on the likes? We at 1 million yet? We going to keep working it. Lloyd, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Banks, what it do? How you feeling? Yeah, Yeah, man. Tab, yeah, after that one, definitely Banks. For real. He at least need to consider it. It's Jordan, what it do, homie? Ace, my guy. How you feeling? Thrill Hill in the building. Pound for pound, my dog. What's good, Brody? Big dog Willie in the building. What's good, man? You know that's Judah with that 90s bop. You know that 90s bop. Dante's boxing talk. What's good, homie? How you feeling, bro? Yeah, I hit the like button for me, man. We gonna get to it, man. Shout out to everybody that pulled up for the fight call last night, man. It ended pretty late, man. Over 5 hours. We did almost 10 hours yesterday, man. We rocked out, man. Shout out to everybody, man. We just gonna get to it today because we got some interesting news, man. And this is what we need. More of this for boxing. I love it. This is right on par with what we needed, man. It makes it feel like all the back and forth, it meant something, right? It's going to stand for something. You know what I'm saying? And I, for one, I'm excited to see it, man. I'm excited to see these two get it in, man. I'm telling you now, because look, man, you got to give Devin Haney his respect if he find his way in the ring. Everything goes according to plan, and both of them reposting it, so it looks like they all on the same page, and that's what's important. No, it don't really got to be no more back and forth, man. We just got to sit around and wait for November to happen. You get me? We see the kind of win. We seen Devin Haney in a Fatal Fury card, man. He came back, shook off some ring rust, got some rounds in, boxed Ramirez up pretty damn, easily. Could have did a lot more. He left a lot of meat on the bone, right? He let a lot to be desired, and he left with, still several questions unanswered. And you get me with Brian Norman Jr. I think those questions have to be answered. I don't think he have a choice. I think he's in there with the right kind of opponent that's going to force him to answer all the questions that people still have about him. And, just right off the bat, I anticipate him having to take more chances and be more offensive minded to keep Brian Norman at bay. I don't think he's going to have the luxury to be able to move around and instead play keep away for 12 like he did with Jose Ramirez. He's going to have to bring a lot more to the table, in my opinion, than that. And if not, he in for a long night or a short night, depending on, his approach. So I can't wait for this. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk about it. If y'all want to come up and build, we're going to do that too. Shout out to Big Dog Willie getting it started early. Appreciate the support, homie. Much love. So just do we need to talk about this Kid Austin saying he KO Tanker Shakur. I don't trust Kid Austin after the vicious duck he pulled against Shakur. I feel you, Big Dog. Shakur don't trust him either. He don't really want to do no more business with them. And I know people calling for it, but they might as well go ahead and do whatever it is that Top Rank not Top Rank, Golden Boy got going for him. But look, impressive KO from the youngin last night, but I expect him to talk that KO talk. Like he feeling brave, but Shakur and Tank ain't no damn Tevin Farmer, man. And maybe he gonna have to find that out the hard way. So we're gonna see, but we're gonna talk about all of this today. Big Dog, really much love, bro. Coach, you said playing there is crazy work. Yeah, I said RIP Devin. Man, wow. Can I complain about this one? Yeah, Greg, I can't either. Samuel, what it do, homie? How you feeling? I'm about to go make him fight. Yeah, he gonna have to. We're gonna have to. We're throwing the towel, saying we probably gonna see a Ramirez performance. Yo, Bon D, what it do, man? How you feeling, man? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. My dog Samuel, Greg, We're gonna get to it. Haney's always chasing greatness. Look, Von D, I can't deny him here. This is a very brave move for obvious reasons. Dodge J, my homie, was good with it, bro. This is a very brave move for obvious reasons. We all seen the Fatal Fury card. We all seen the performance. Everybody, for better, for worse. Some people felt like it was good boxing. You heard a lot of different mixed opinions. I heard some of the guys that box say it was smart. It was good boxing. I heard somebody say ain't nobody gonna beat him if you keep doing, boxing like that. And then I heard people go the opposite way. Like, what was that? That was trash. That was running. That was boring. It was a track meet. He looked unsettled, uncomfortable. He looked scary, timid. You get what I'm saying? All those things were floating around. but nonetheless, he still got the job done. You know what I mean? It was, I guess, the tools that he needed to win that fight. But again, if he's to have success against Brian Norman in November, whenever they, schedule a date in there, he's gonna have to do more than that. I don't think he could play keeper with. Like I said, Brian Norman is more athletic than Jose Ramirez. He's younger, faster, stronger. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna be more of a challenge, and I just don't think that keep away style is gonna work. Like I said, you're gonna get yourself hurt bad fighting that way. You can't perform that way against Norman and think that you're gonna be good. So I'm guessing that they're gonna work on some more things, and they're gonna try to put together a game plan that's gonna allow them to be successful. But the problem is, the punching power or probably lack thereof, man. Or if you're not, because we just seen a fight where, you didn't utilize your jab because, maybe whatever reason you felt like the guy had a left hook and you wanted to make sure you avoided it. Well, Brian Norman got a left hook too, and it's faster and it looked more deadly than what Ramirez's left hook looked like. And on top of that, to add caution to it, it make matters worse, he's not even left-handed, he's right-handed. So that shit is just all bad. That man got melatonin in both of them gloves, and just the style matchup is intriguing, right? The boxer, the boxer against the boxer puncher, because Brian Norman ain't just no come forward zombie or nothing like that. Dude, smart, he getting better each fight. Like I said, you see it in the performances, how they looking, and this might be the wrong fight. I ain't gonna lie. I respect the hell out of it though, but it might be the wrong fight. It might be the wrong fight, man. But it's the right fight at the same time. You get what I'm saying? Because this is a proven fight. This is the shit that you want. He did put Norman Jr. on the list, and people were saying like that list was crazy. It was, they full of it. They got all these names. They ain't fighting none of these people on the list. And hey, man, lo and behold, one of the names on the list is Norman. Yeah, he countered that jab, man, with his own. Oof, man, I'm telling you, Jordan, it's crazy. Big Brian Norman Jr. will win, but I'm not going. Yeah, nah, for sure. You already know, man. Shout out to my guy, for sure, Dog Jake, man. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to the channel members and the genuine supporters. I rock with y'all. Every last one of y'all. We just gonna keep building. But nah, no need to trash Dev. He just he don't deserve that. But this could get ugly. This could get ugly. This could definitely get ugly. So, I heard Brian Norman Sr. speak on it briefly, and he was saying like he feel like they gonna win regardless, but if it end up being an ugly fight, it ain't gonna be because of them, and you already know, like with Brian Norman's style is entertaining, bro. Ain't boring at all. He's exciting, he's entertaining, he come to fight, he come to hurt you, he come to put belt to ass, and he ain't about to play no games with it. He don't do too much playing around with his food, but he don't be necessarily in a rush to eat it, if you get my drift. So he's becoming a more patient, calculated assassin for real. Like it's looking good. I'm liking the progression and the growth that we seeing from Brian Norman Jr. And it's fun seeing him as senior. His pops win as a team, man. Get them wins and keep proving people wrong. So this would be another proven moment for both guys for different reasons. Devin Haney, obviously, like this is, we got to be honest. We got to give it up to him for the ones, because it was a lot of people saying, man, y'all getting all hyped over this, man. We seen this before. They ain't gonna fight him, blah, 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 blah. You heard Devin Haney call Brian Norman ass, and then he turned around and said, maybe not so much after he seen that KO. You get me? He said something about Brian Norman was gonna price himself out. We seen this story before. He just using my name to sell his fight or whatever the case. All that stuff was wrong. And I told people Brian Norman Jr. really want that smoke, bro. You barked up the right tree. Shout out to Bill. Shout out to Norman Sr. because y'all was going back and forth. Y'all made this live. Y'all did the talking. Y'all got the attention of Norman Jr. and Dev Haney sound like he with it. He made a post, like, look, dudes is feeling good, B. They feeling good. They feeling like it's about to happen for him. Look, Dev Haney, bro. Look, check him out, G. Dev Haney, like 3 division champion November. Inshallah. You know what I'm saying? 3 division on the way. He listen, he trying to speak it into existence. This is what I love right here. You did. So I like to see both fighters posting about it. They on the same page. You know, the fathers. Yes, let's get it, man. This is for boxing. Ain't no reason to be toxic with this conversation, right? We could go in about how tough of a fight we feel like it's gonna be for Haney, and that's cool because it's fair. But you know, him at his absolute best will be able to box and do some things well to challenge Norman, right? But again, a lot of people are just prisoners of the moment, and it's a what have you done for us lately kind of business. So, you know, people just naturally seeing you in your last fight, they're like, yeah, that right there. You know what I mean? Brian Norman, like, you get me? Ramirez to Brian Norman, and given the styles of the fighter and things, the qualities that make Norman dangerous, and given how Haney performed, you like, that's not necessarily who you go after. But they did it. They're doing it. They're doing it, man. Like, this is great for boxing. This is what it should be about right here. This type of shit. Devin Haney, man, you could say, and I said this, man, I'm an advocate for boxing. So, and when guys are doing the things the right way, you just got to salute it. It's very early. Anything can happen between now and November. But for right now, as it stands, seems like all parties involved are on the same page. That's a great sign. It don't have to really be no more like one upping of each other. They can talk crazy, talk trash all the way up into November. Let's get it, man. I'm here for all of it. All the conversations regarding Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. is all gonna be for, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna be for nothing, and that's a good feeling, man. So this dude showed people no matter what, and I told people, right, and then right now this is how I feel because this is the way it's going. So I gotta assume that the fight is gonna happen, and they both parties involved really wanted this. I told people, man, that lawsuit shit was on some business and some money stuff. That was heavily spearheaded by Bill Haney, who took the onus, the accountability for pushing the lawsuit situation. It was not Devin Haney. He made that very clear. And I told people that was really more so money related. It wasn't about, oh, we got beat up and we couldn't deal with it. No, it's, oh, we got beat up, but we was clean and you wasn't. That's what it was. And not even to get into that whole little mess, but y'all get my point. That's what that was about. And then people started writing them off, calling them all types of, bitches and everything else. And I always said, I don't see that dude. Like, the resilience he showed, keep getting up off the canvas, showed you that ain't nothing bitch about him, right? He just got caught and put down. You know what I mean? It was a hell of a shot. So, I never thought he was a soft guy or nothing like that. I never thought he deserved the slander. And listen, critique him all day because that's what boxing is, for better or for worse. But the slander that he was getting for losing to a guy that intentionally cheated from the information that I got, you get me? So that's why I'm glad that he didn't make me out to be a liar. He's showing that he really is about smoke and challenging himself. And this is a really good sign because, we seen what he went through with Ryan. We seen the interviews. We heard this man say he ain't never been outclassed like that. You get me? He went through hell mentally. I could just imagine. And to think that your career would take a hit financially too, then you got to get it back. So you get back in there, you get Ramirez out the way, and you go looking for, Ryan messed up the bag, so scrap that, and you go looking for Tio. Tio don't want no smoke. You say, look, Hitch is, hey, I'm up here at 47. Hitch is probably not doing that right now to no fault of his own, right? He a champion at 40. There's real smoke there. He can do some damage down there, in my opinion. But Devin Haney said, okay, Brian Norman Jr. Like, I truly respect it because for once, it felt like each of these moves were genuine. Y'all, I don't know about how y'all took it, but I felt like every one of these moves was genuine with the intent to really make fights. I felt like he really beat Ramirez, and part of the way he fought was to make sure he got to that Ryan fight unscathed. I really think that, you know what I'm saying? As well as trying to shake back and still having some jitters, but that was in an effort to fight Ryan Garcia. That wasn't a bluff. Ryan messed it up. So then he moved forward. He focused his attention on Tio. That was a real thing. Tio walked away from it. Dev got left out there again. Him and Hitches had a little brief, words back and forth. Then he moved his attention to Brian Norman. And the people said, see, y'all being tricked again, man. There's no way in hell he fighting him next. And then look, so far right now, this is what we got, and this is what I could rock with. I want to see what this young man could prove. Locked and loaded TV, what it do, homie? You know what I'm saying? Too rich, man. What's good? Oster 40, what's good, my guy? How y'all feeling, man? Dementia, you're giving them irrational confidence. I'm telling you, 815, what it do? SP got beats in the building. What's good, family? So right now, I respect the moves that he's been showing. The Butcher, my dog, was good, bro. How you feeling? I respect the moves that he's showing right now. It's hard to discredit him or knock him. And I just want to be in a situation where I could root for this kid. Because, again, he got a raw deal against Ryan. And the raw deal was, making it through 12 rounds and having to deal with the fact that somebody, you that unknowingly, had a little boost. You get me? And furthermore, like, look at how Ryan Garcia looked after the year, the layoff, and people were trying to say how Devin was so cooked. Shit, Ryan looked worse than him, and he wasn't even coming off an ass whooping, right? So he wasn't coming off a fight where he was getting caught with Osterine and dude's left hooks. He didn't have to worry about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't have the same excuse to look the way he did, and he got beat by a guy that everybody was expecting him to beat. Damn near everybody, you know what I'm saying? So he got some work to do. But in the meantime, Devin is rebuilding and he picking up the pieces. And this the direction he headed. I feel like the boxing world as a whole should get behind this fight. You ain't necessarily got to root for Devin. I'm not saying that, but as you're a real boxing fan, you should salute the move because it's coming at a time where people least expected you to fight a guy like this. Brian Norman, let's not play with this. Brian Norman last 3 performances is not that makes him look like a guy that you don't want to be on the other side against. He been flat out sparking shit, beating guys up, beating the fight out of dudes, going to dudes' hometowns, left hooks from hell. Like he cooking right now. He catching Brian Norman at his absolute hottest. I respect the hell out of this. Salute to Devin Haney. Go prove people wrong in terms of just getting in the ring, right? Period. Now, how the fight play out, that's another conversation. We're going to have that too. But at least prove them people wrong by letting them know it was substance behind your words. It was some substance behind the list that Bill posted. This gives that some validity, man. This lets people know, look, I am prepping and ready to be a champion and a 3-division champion. I'm ready to be at 147. I'm ready to take on these guys right now. I don't need 2-3 more extra fights. And then look, that's impressive because to me, I thought he would get, different fights. I thought after the Ryan thing fell by the wayside, I figured they would try to find something that wasn't too crazy, allow him to build. But now I think Devin is in a space where he is who he is. He wants to be a part of meaningful fights. You can knock him all you want. That was his reason for fighting Ryan, despite how Bill framed tanking Ryan. It didn't matter, but for him, this is why he was fighting these guys. He was trying to make fights that he deemed either big or meaningful or both, right? And he's continuing that with more of the same. He got his get back fight. Now he looked like he going to get to it, and then that shit is going to lead to a very entertaining fight or interesting fight, should I say, man? Can he be 3-division champion in November? You know what I'm saying? Is Brian Norman going to continue this hot streak? He been smoking shit. You know what I mean? Jabs, hooks with the offhand, putting shit out. Like, you get me? You get me, Average Joe, what it do? Jay Grant, my homie, what's good, homie? How you feeling? Yeah, man. The boxing dads with these 2 dads. Hey, man, these 2 dads put it together, bro. That's why I say I don't be mad at neither one. Time to bring out. He got to, Jay. Got going that 2 bag. That's all. B3, my God. What it do, homie? You know what I mean? Giving Norman Jr. his first L would be major for him. You give me SP, you know what I mean? So look, that's showing me that you with the smoke. That's showing me that you want to be great. It's showing not just me, the world, like, and everybody that doubted that you will be serious about challenging guys like the likes of Brian Norman. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to get just respect alone for wanting to fight a dude when you ain't, damn well you ain't look all the way yourself, but you ain't get hit a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Rosia. That's the thing, though. Norman can cut the ring off. It just won't be ring around the Rosie. You know what I mean? No disrespect to that, but it won't be that. I don't think he would allow it. I think his feet fast enough, and it getting better if you look. So I agree, man. I think he will cut the ring, or just what it won't be that kind of fight. But if he can establish that jab, start peeling off some of them right hands, and you know, getting to that body, stabbing to that body, just working from the outside, you know, long range, how he do, and being sharp, you know, mixing in a lot more offense with the defense, right? And making those transitions smooth. If he's comfortable enough to perform like that, we got a real good one on our hands, man. We really do, because of the things they both do well. But Brian Norman, like I said, he's gonna be looking to close any gap that's between you and him. And he looking to hurt you. And he's just not a mindless guy. He got a strong, stiff ass jab. You see how he punched. Then Derek Quaver's like 6 feet across the ring with a jab, bro. I'm like, damn, man. So bro out there cooking, and he ain't playing with nothing. So he looking as dominant as he's been in his entire career. This is when Devin Haney decides to challenge him. Like, I can't stress it enough how I respect the hell out of that, because it ain't like you caught him when he coming off no poor performances where he ain't been looking like himself. Remember, they say he don't do well against people with size. He don't be trying to fight people with size, or you know, somebody that had this type of punching power. He wasn't going to be looking to get back in there with no puncher. It's a lot that people were saying he wasn't going to be willing to do, but I think he's slowly but surely proving some people wrong, but in a good way. And in the same token, same process, he's proven to himself that, look, what you want, this is what you want, because this shit ain't going to be easy. This ain't going to be easy. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to be on Devin Haney A game. You're going to need that sharp ass jab. You're going to need it. You're going to need that jab and that right hand. Put them joints together. You're going to need to keep Brian Norman at bay, keep him honest, keep him thinking, because, again, just movement alone ain't going to cut it. So I anticipate him ramping up the offense, paying attention to certain things in camp and working on it and trying to, you know, craft a game plan that can get him a win where he ain't got to be moving so much. You get me? So just want to see it. I'm rooting for both dudes, like in terms of just getting to that finish line and making the fight. It's deeper than the winner or the loss, man. I'm just so much past that. I want to see guys fight. So whatever happened in that fight, may the best man win. But I think we all get our money's worth that night. You know what I'm saying? I hope so. Flawless mentality. Shout out to the OG Dr. Mark. Boxing WTG was good with it, man. Talib, my dog, was good, homie. How you feeling? Says salute. Stand corrected. Shout out to the kid Austin. Hey, man, look, you ain't the only one, Talib. I'm stand corrected too. I did say he was gonna win, but I didn't think he was gonna do that. So he still proved me wrong with some aspects, and much respect to him. Kid Austin showed his ass in the making.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah. The butcher. And he been prepping. He's always been prepping himself for it. Yeah. Sparred against the elite when he was young. Yeah. Tank Santos, Crawford, Boots. And he just sparred a Tank to Crawford in the Boots within close proximity from each other. Dude really like that to me. You know what I mean? He's just getting better. You know what I mean? Don't style drive Norman. That's what got Sasaki sent to the shadow realm. He gonna have to go to his body. He gotta find a he got to. I believe he's longer than Sasaki. He should be able to, you know, he gonna have to try to establish some type of body attack. You know what I mean? You going straight head hunting, that's not gonna be a good sign. You know what I mean? And that's just me, but you gotta be creative, in my opinion. Beth, what it do, man? Yeah, if he could become a 3-division champion, that's big, man. 704 Joe, what it do, man? I don't like this fight for him right now still because he gonna get his just due unbiased. Brent, what it do, fam? Yeah, man. Man, win, lose, or draw. That's why I said this is how you prove it, man. We got guys on both sides taking risks, taking challenges, right? Again, it wasn't like they was like picking on Devin Haney. Oh, he looked a certain way. Let's fight him next. Nah. Bill had a list. They had Norman Jr. on it. And you know Norman Sr. ain't going to bite his tongue for nothing to nobody. So they went to getting it back and forth. And I'm glad that, you know, they were able to, you know, they had some bumps, went back and forth a bit, but got back on the phone, got back right, which was always great for boxing. And now I think they can sit back and prepare their sons for what's going to be a really big, meaningful fight in their careers, both guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just didn't see this happening. I ain't see this happening this right now. I definitely didn't. Yeah, we're gonna see, but I think he can, Von D. I think he can. Bruce Gas, peace to the OG. How you feeling? So this is Sugar vs. Hagler. That's the only way you can win. Bo Majesty, what it do, man? Salute to them guys, man. And both of the dads. Also, I say it ain't all bad. Communication is a good thing. They go to show you when the opportunity is there and both people really serious about it, a fight can be made. That's what that showed me. So I don't want to hear like no type of weird excuses. Nah, shout out to them both. They said, let's make it happen, y'all. Let's make this happen. Let's get the people something, man. You listen, Dev Haney said, I'm gonna be 3-division champion. You hear me? Don't play with me. Yeah, the live phone call, yeah, they went off, but then they got back right. Got back, got it back cordial, which is good for both of them because I rock with both of them. I rock with Norman Seen. Hopefully he has some time. If he do, maybe I'm not saying for sure. Maybe he'll, pop through tomorrow. But shout out to him, man. I know everybody probably hitting him trying to, get him on the line. Gotta let me know I'm not. Yeah, man. B Norman. Yes, sir, man. Atlanta stand up. Yeah, I got one. Platboy plays. What it do, homie? And that's what Tank was saying. Tank had tweeted something. He said, Atlanta, Georgia, yeah, I got y'all one or something like that. So it's real when the other top guys are giving you your respect and you just do. It's dope. You know what I mean? Because he deserved it and everything that's about to come with it. So with it comes challenges. And with these challenges, always be crying what it do. So Dad got to run. Like versus Ramirez, man, I hope not. That's gonna make the fight tough because B Norman is much younger, fresher, stronger, more athletic. Dang, what it do, homie? How you feeling? He more athletic than you get what I'm saying, Ramirez. That wouldn't be a good idea. He gonna have to craft the game plan where he utilizing that jab. Whatever game plan he put together, it's gonna have to involve that jab, a consistent, successful jab, in my opinion, to make that fight look like what it's going to need to look like. I'm telling you, because Brian Norman is a guy that's only getting better. And you don't take my word for it. Just look at his fights. Look at him. Look at with the one where he got knocked down, cut. Just go look at him. Go look at how the performance is, how he tightening up, sharpening up on shit, making in-fight adjustments. Get what I'm saying? Look how Cuevas was landing that hook early in that first, I think it was the first round? But he made that adjustment in that second. That shit was not landing. You get me? You watching this dude really figure it out under the lights. What is that? In real time, while getting tested, traveling to people's backyards and proving people wrong. Odds against them. I ain't gonna say the deck is stacked against them, but odds against them where they, favorable to the opponent. He's still coming out on top in spectacular fashion. He's been having a hell of a 3-fight stretch, man, and that's consistency right there. You know what I'm saying? From fight to fight to fight. I mean, traveling, to somebody's backyard to win the belt. Then, you know what I mean? To defend the belt in somebody's backyard, right? Like, you doing a lot, bro. He cooking with grease right now. And then that's what makes this fight even more intriguing. That's the time that you decide to fight Brian Norman right now, where he looking like he can just, you know what I mean? He could punch a damn wall down at this point, the way he been looking. I'm telling you, that's Sensaki. He want to fight this man after he punched memory loss out of somebody. He punched memories out of somebody. Yeah, they said Sensaki last, what they say, month and a half was blank. Bro don't remember nothing. And Dev said, yeah, I'll fight him. Said, I'll fight him. I ain't going to knock the memory out of me. Dev said, no, sir. You know what I'm saying? No, sir. This is dope, man. More exciting surprises to come. What else y'all got, man? And this is just one of the cards. This is one of the fights. You never know with Turkey what could be all on this card. You never know how you see how he plays. So, and just this card alone should intrigue other people to want to be on it because it's a good matchup. You know what I mean? To be on the same card with, whether you younger, more established, however you look at it. I hope he filled this card out the right way. You know what I'm saying? Now you're going to Saudi where they love Devin. I don't even think I'm worried for that. Yes, sir, man. Shout out to my dog, Tali. Appreciate you, homie. But yeah, man. I feel you though, the butcher. They say that, but Nah, but you know, think about it though, because this is just a conversation. The Butcher, and I feel you. I see what you're saying, because it was a consensus that they do love him over there. He kind of favors him for whatever reason. But the Butcher, do he really? Remember what Turk say? He don't want no more Tom and Jerry boxing matches. You get me? So he might favor him, the fighter, but he don't necessarily favor somebody putting on that kind of fight and having that kind of style. He don't want that. You get me? So that's all. I think he, you know, it seem like they got a good relationship to whatever extent they have a relationship, right? But he made that clear. He ain't beat for them type of fights, bro. He want to see fisticuffs being thrown. He want to see, you know, blood and guts. You know what I mean? Turk trying to see somebody get their ass whooped. You get me? So that's what it is with him. So I don't know, man. This is gonna be fun. Saudi Arabia, man. And what's dope about this? See, shout out to Team Norman. Shout out to Team Norman. All the Team Norman. Pops and Champ. Y'all already know. See, I'm glad I got a chance to ask them about, you know, what they think about fighting in Saudi. And now they get to check that off their list. They never had been to Japan. They traveled as a team. You know what I mean? They won in spectacular fashion as a team, traveled back, brought that belt back to ATL with them, right? You get what I'm saying? Now they get to travel to Saudi with their belt and attempt to defend it on that soil and bring that joint back to the ATL. And look, it's on the road again. Like, this dude legit could be lobbying for some type of hometown fight right now. No lie, bro. He could be. But dude continues to take his title on the road and smoke shit. Nah, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. The Road Warrior continues, man. I'm nicknaming him the Road Warrior, man, because he really won. He really don't care where the fight at, bro. He don't care. Yo, this one, I don't think he cared. And I know people are like, well, why didn't you take the fight with Boots and Philly? That wasn't, you know, he wasn't negotiating that. Himself, he's showing you that he don't care. You know what I mean? He's taking care of, he getting in that ring, man. He don't care where it at, man. He traveling to people's backyards. The Japan trip spoke volumes about his character as a fighter to me. I don't care what nobody say. That dude was out there punching with everything he had. Brian Norman stayed cool, calm, composed, and picked the better shots, had the better vision, better timing, and smoked his ass. You know what I'm saying? And this shit continues. The Road Warrior continues. He continues to take his talents elsewhere. You know what I mean? He going out of the States again. Look, and this shit got to be appreciated too. The man just came from Japan with it. Now you telling us we got to go to Saudi in November. Let's get it to defend my title. He ain't complaining, crying, nothing. Let's do it. He don't care. That's why I say, man, the ring is his home. Long as it's a square circle, bro, he in there. You know what I'm saying? I love it, man. Shout out to Motown. 909 is my dog, man. Appreciate you. You already know. Norman Spose Haney technique. It could happen, bro. It could happen. You dig me? To Turkey Smart, put it in ATL. We would come out. Yeah, I know, right? I know. You know what I'm saying? I know. But this is gonna be dope, though. This is gonna be dope. This is what boxing need. We need more of this type of stuff, right? We need more of this. Definitely need more of this, man. So they got 40 mil bill out here, man. What 40 mil bill at, man? Get him on the line. I want to know how you feel, man. How you feeling about this, man? What y'all about to do? What are y'all prepared to do? Do y'all know y'all got a real dog on your hands? Because you do. You said that man had a left hook from hell. That what you said. That what 40 mil bill say. He said B. Norman Jr. got a left hook from hell. So he acknowledged it. And that's what make this fight even crazier. You going in there not only with another puncher. Ramirez is supposed to have a left hook, but in his day he did. Now you're going in there with somebody that got one for sure, and that ain't even his power hand. So this is gonna get interesting, man. Man, he blind you with the left and catch you with that right, man. Telling you, B. Norman he just got heavy hands, and you could see it when he punched. You could just see it, man. Heavy-handed kid, naturally. You know how much the purse is. Now I haven't heard anything past this quite yet, the Butcher. But if I do, I definitely keep y'all in the loop. But this is a good sign, man. Good for boxing, good for both guys' careers. Like it allows fights like this allow growth, allow guys to get to the next level. The Rise Podcast. Shout out to my dog Senior, man. Appreciate you sliding through, man. But yeah, man. You get me. This allowed both guys to essentially try to move their careers up to that next notch. This would be a really great name on the resume for Brian Norman, young, if he could win. He beat a former undisputed 2-division world champion, right? Undefeated while he still got his O. And do it and be cleaned on it. In Saudi, taking your title again and traveling, defending your belt there. That's dope. And then on the flip side, you got Devin Haney. So many questions still looming, right? So many people counting you out, thinking that you wouldn't dare share the ring with this dangerous, you know what I mean, assassin that he's simply becoming, right? And you get to prove them people wrong. You get an opportunity to, you know, I don't know, fight some of them demons in real time, answer a lot of those questions people have. Meanwhile, beating one of the most credible opponents to date, because it's an undefeated, young, hungry champion that's scorching hot right now. We just being honest. His wins been getting more and more impressive. And the thing is, what I like about Brian Norman, what you've been able to see in this stretch that he's on, particularly with these viral like knockouts and finishes, he's not a front runner. He's dangerous, bro. He's dangerous the entire fight. It don't matter what round it is. That's what I'm learning about Brian Norman. He can get you early or late. It don't matter. However, whatever mistake you make, he capitalize on it. That come early, he can put you away. If it come late, he definitely can put you away. That's what I see from him, and I like it, man. Like the fact that he ain't a front runner. He put the work in. You can tell by the improvements that he be making some good strides, man. So it's hard to, if you was somebody, and this is just for the people, if you was knocking Devin Haney, you kind of got to come up off that and just respect this. If you thought Brian Norman wasn't trying to be great, wasn't with the smoke, he answering the call. Because think about this too. Since Saki pulled up on Brian Norman fresh after his Derek Cuevas win with a 4-page letter calling him out, Brian Norman not only accepted, traveled to his backyard and cooked him for it. Now, Bill Haney, they had him on the list. They calling his name out for the second time in a row. He answering the call. That shit need to be appreciated, man, because we jumped all over. And when I say we, not everybody in here, but they jumped all over Brian Norman when the Boost fight didn't happen. I scared, they don't believe in him. But look, this dude answered the call when people say his name. Just get that check right, man. Team Norman is there, bro. Treat them fairly, and they getting in there, bro. I don't think they some clout chasers. I never thought none of that. And he get another opportunity in November to prove that. Devin Haney get his opportunity to prove people wrong again. Win, lose, or draw. You know what I mean? But I really do think there's more in the arsenal for Devin Haney. I definitely think there's still more he can do. Anything that he wasn't doing, if it ain't like it's physical and he broken or something, nah, it just was mental, right? Just getting over the hump, right? Shaking out the kinks and trying to get back comfortable under the lights and live action, right? Trying to acclimate to the weight class, avoiding any disasters happening. That's all. That's what I think he did. And I feel like he's smart enough to know going into a fight like this with this kind of animal, you're going to have to do more than that. And I think he's going to physically and mentally prepare himself the best he can to do exactly that. Get me? I want to see a great fight. You know what I'm saying? I want to see, when this is over, people say, damn, man, they talked that shit and they walked and they went in there and gave us a fight. Win, lose, or draw, however it go, these are the fights that need to be made, man. This is Devin Haney proving what he worth and what he on. You know what I mean? Yeah, hell yeah, he better keep that right hand. He got to keep them both up. Because his left hand, he ain't even a southpaw, man. He right-handed, Brian Norman. So he could punch with the off hand is the left hand. God's up, what it do, homie? How you feeling, bro? Shout out to Bulls Beat Crime. What's good with it, man? Y'all hit the like button. We're going to keep rocking. We're going to keep building, man. But this is really good news for the boxing world, man. This should get everybody in the mood, man. So, man, what's their early picks, man? What's your early assessment, man? Y'all think this too risky for Devin? Y'all think this is too soon? Do y'all think he should have took more tune-ups? You know what I mean? Another fight in between before he went to a challenge like this, man. You know, yeah. What you thinks, man? Y'all hit the likes for me, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, he got to keep them both up, bro, because dude, he can punch with both hands. That shit real out there with B. Norman, man. He ain't playing no game. That shit could get real bad. Malaza, what it do? Said Norman is perfect for Haney. Hey, listen, that's up to Haney to make it like that. Haney possibly can make it that kind of fight. Maybe he can make it look like, yeah, see, this dude was tailor-made or perfect for me. You know, maybe, right? But shit, it's going to be tough to sell that one because I think too many people see what it is and the contrasting styles. You know, you're looking at Haney to be even better than he was against Ramirez. We got us a good fight, y'all. We got us a really good fight. You're going to have to take chances that's going to lead to entertainment, excitement, moments. He's going to have some success. You know what I mean? Outside of the Ramirez fight, that's the only anomaly on his resume where it looked like a certain way, where it looked like less than his standard. You get what I'm saying? Even with the Ryan fight getting hit with an induced Osterine-induced left hooks, he still kept boxing his ass off and putting them rounds in the bank. So, you know what I mean? He showed you what he could do, even hurt, even under the gun. So, again, on the bounce back, with the everything on the line, this is a very dangerous fight. Shit, this shit could be even more dangerous than the Ryan Garcia fight at the end of the day, bro. It really could. This shit, bro, this is a legit 47-pounder in shape. Take this shit serious. Live the right way. Train the right way. You get what I'm saying? Go about his business the right way. He prepared the right way, as we're able to see with these continuously like impressive wins. So, man, got your work cut out for you. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to John BX, man. Much love, bro. Just hope Dev don't fight scary. AI says the sweet signs require brute force as a basis and a scientific approach to tactics and techniques. I like that. That's real. It is, though. Shout out to John, man. Much love, homie. I got 5 on it. So that's what I like, man. Go ahead, Dev. You go ahead, Dev. So, man, you know, in a sense, so is he becoming Debo Dev? Is he slowly becoming Debo Dev? Dev, think about the way his sights was. Like, he got Ramirez in there. He was thinking about Ryan. He was about to go back into that lines then against that cheating dude. And he said, hey, you know, that messed up. And hey, TL, what's up? You've been talking crazy for years, and I'm tired of you. TL said, man, 8 million, 11 million ain't enough for me. You know, they trying to rush the fight. I don't want to fight them. You know what I mean? And he said, Hitchens, I'm up. Yeah, see me at 47. You know, Hitchens still got work to do at 40. No foul there. Then he said, nah. Then he went to B. Norman, man. Is he on his Debo Dev shit? Like, what's happening right now? Talk to me, chat. What he doing? Is he on it? Can he put the shirt on and button it up to the top? All he missing is the bite. Huh? Is he becoming Debo Dev real? Is he becoming him? You know what I mean? The chop shop, what it do, man? I love this for him, man. I like this. I like this for him and for boxing, for real, though. I do. I mean, the Boxing Brothers not. Yeah, it's no easy fight, man. Todd, what it do, homie? How you feeling, Brody? Said first it was he never agreed to fight. Then it was his father always capping. Now he better keep his hands at Devin, showing us he willing to fight. Anyway, I think that's what it is. I just think sometimes, you know, when you see guys go back and forth and the plans are not in place for that fight to take place, oftentimes you don't see. But I think more particularly with these moves and these, like, I don't even want to say it was call outs, but it was genuine. Like, Teal was genuine. He wanted that. It wasn't on him. You know, him and Hitchens, they're weight class apart, so we understand why that fight wasn't the first thing to be made. You get what I'm saying? But Teal ain't have no excuse not to take a fight after all that shit he talked and all the money they was offering. Then he had Brian Norman Jr. on the list. Brian Norman Jr. Sr. answered the call, and now looking like November, they lining it up. That's why I say, man, just got to let certain stuff happen. A lot of times these fights don't materialize because the business of boxing don't be going in that direction. You get what I'm saying? So it's not always necessary that we blame the fighters without knowing all the details, because you've seen and think about something. Y'all, I'm being serious. Think about all the shit he went through in 420 with Ryan, right? and think about you get what I'm saying, how he was fighting Ramirez to go right back at that dude. But it was Ryan that screwed it up. And the people kind of still overlooked that. Then he moved on. Like I said, his focus has been in the right spot, but sealing the deal is gonna be having to, you're gonna have to beat one of these guys. You know, not calling them ain't gonna just suffice, but you're gonna get my respect for your attention and your focus being in the right spots in terms of being willing to test yourself despite what people think about you or where you at currently. You like, look, man, I'm still him. I'm still willing to fight. And that's all I need to see. You was quick to criticize Brian Norman, but you was just as quick to give him his props. And it seems like you was just as quick to actually fight him. So this is all respect right here. This so far, so good. I like what I'm saying from Haney on his attempt to getting back to where he was at. You know what I mean? That, like I said, this could be historic for him if he can get a win and become a 3-division champion. So him attempting to do that after not having the best offensive outing in his last fight is impressive. Skills, my brother. What's good, bro? How you feeling? New Orleans in the house, man. My dog. Hey, D1, what's good, brethren? He said Debo got knocked out of the brick. I know. He did come back, though. Remember, he did come back. D1, you know what I mean? He ate the brick. He came back. So Ryan was the brick. Now he trying to come back. You know what I mean? This is the rematch. You get me, D1? This is the rematch. You know? So, you know what I mean? The Debo Dev, like, you know what I mean? Ryan had some Osterine-induced bricks. You know what I'm saying? He ran into a few of them. Now he got to get back. You feel me? You know what I mean? Let's see it, though. I'm excited for moves like this, man. This means the talk just wasn't for nothing. It was some substance behind it. Guys wanted to fight. You know what I mean? But shout out to my dog. He said to the Ainge making it. You stupid. You stupid. D1 is a fool, man. Boy better be snapped, packed. Yeah, man, you got to be ready to go, though. The builder going to be, Bill and Norman Sr. They're going to sell it by themselves. And then I think that's going to lead to the fighters saying things as well. It's going to be fun. I could see this being a really fun build-up. I ain't going to lie. Jordan said if Haney get cut off, he getting bricked just like Devo did. Salute, just shout out to Jordan. Yeah, man, this is a good one. Steph, what it do, my dog? How you feeling, Brody? You know it, man. You know it. Shout out to the homie. Man, shout out to my dog, C. Wood, man, and the cash out. You said for the Sunday cook. Shout out to my dog. Appreciate that support. Let's keep building, y'all.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to the homie, C. Wood, man. You know, but is he becoming Debo Dev on y'all, man? He got the shirt. All he missing is the bicycle, man. Somebody get Debo Dev his bike, man. He said, I'm on that. Man, y'all doubt me? I'm on that. You get me? Teach what it do, man. Steph, what's good with it, man? Talk to me, man. You get me? Talk to me. What y'all call him? Haynos? You know, Haynos said, hey, man, get my bicycle. That's my bike, punk. You know what I mean? Haynos said, man, that's my bike. You know what I'm saying? Man, this is fun, though. You got to love this. You got to live it. You got to live it. Man, you got to love it, man. Man, yeah, you got to live it. He said, stop talking about ducks. Yeah, I told y'all that word is one of the most overused words in the world, ducks. A lot of times it be business related. Sometimes it be posturing and guys not wanting to take the challenge at the time. But more times than not, it's going to be something business related, timing. It's going to be something. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way boxing is. Guys got to be 100% comfortable getting in that ring. And rightfully so. And the bigger the fight, it seems like the more, they want to make sure shit is on point. You get me? Because the bigger the risk, it's like the more tedious the fighters get, right? With what they want and how they want to be treated and shit like that. So, Haney Nights. Let's get it. We said make the content of live right now. Cooking up a special extra straight snack Pack for this fight, boy. Gonna need that. This gonna be one though, man. This is gonna be one, man. Cause Brian Norman, what he doing to people just ain't nice. It ain't. That shit is not nice, yo. Bro punching people lights out. You did. He punching real lights out. You know, so hands up, Dev. Train up, prepare. I hope he trusts everything that they're gonna work on. Like, go to work. You're gonna need it, man. We want to see a great fight. We want to see these guys go out here and put it all on the line. November be here faster than you think, man. You blink a couple times and it's gonna be here. Dev Haney, man, he said Debo Dad said 3 division champion on the way on y'all ass. Know what I'm saying? Who don't want no? Dev said, who don't want no smoke? You know what I'm saying? Dad said, who don't want no smoke? You know what I'm saying? Who don't want no smoke? You hear me? Who don't want none? You know what I'm saying? So I again though, I like this, man. The build-up is gonna be fun, I believe, because the fathers they speak their minds, and that's what make it fun. And on top of the fact that they speak their minds, they both really believe in the talent that they're pushing, which is their sons, and they've been there from the start. So this is genuinely dope. You've seen that back and forth interactions. You've seen it go a little left off the rails, but you've seen them get it back right on track. Because at the end of the day, I think what they want is to try to put their sons in the best fights possible. And I think, obviously they understand working with each other is always going to be better than going at each other. And that's what Senior be displaying. That's why he be on chill. He be calm. He just be trying to answer questions and get to it. But when you come crazy, he gonna come crazy with you. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, he just be trying to make sure people understand what the hell be going on. John said, I can't save you. You a fool, man. You was a fool. My bad, y'all. Crypto charts. I think that when watching this fight not gonna look the way most people think. Whew, man. Damn, I feel you. I'm open for all conversation, man. Watching, that's gonna be tough. I just think they both can do things that can challenge each other. Dev is at the absolute top of his game. Then if he's on his A game, his jab is firing, right? His right hand is firing. His movement is on point, right? He's controlling range and distance well. Brian Norman, you get what I'm saying? For him, he got a heavy jab of his own. He get closer to you because he gonna look like he gonna have to cut the distance. He start landing them hooks, them uppercuts. Boy, that shit get bad. It get spooky in there because dude is heavy-handed. He go to the body really well, and he rip tight, sharp, like, you know what I mean? Hooks. He trimmed the fat off them hooks, if y'all get what I'm saying, bro. He really good technique the way he be shooting them punches, especially once he get to his desired range. He's very dangerous, bro, in there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this joint. I ain't no lie. No lie, man. No lie, I'm looking forward to it. Greg was good what he said. Ain't about to cook and y'all is gonna match. Nah, I think over in this chat though, bro, I think we got some supporters of Haney though, For me, he said remind me of Winky versus Fernando. Yeah. Man, it's like the fight style and big time. This fight style and big time. Yeah, this is fun, bro. Like this is again, like this could be he could be his kryptonite. They could be each other's kryptonite. Some people think Brian Norman, I heard people say it. They say, oh, he struggles with boxers. I feel like Devin is a boxer that can move well. That's why some people feel like Devin is gonna beat him and it ain't gonna look like you think. Then on the flip end, they like, nah, he don't got enough in the tool shed for Brian Norman, and he ain't packing enough of a wallop behind that punch to keep him honest. You get what I'm saying? Brian Norman is younger than him, right? Fresh, and he hungry, strong, come forward, he's smart, he could box, boxer, puncher type deal. Not gonna be easy to deal with, man. Boxing and staying away ain't gonna be the easiest thing, but I do think he can do it in spots, and he gonna have to pick spots and be smart. You know what I mean? Box and fight. You're gonna have to mix it up with B Norman. I don't think any one thing is just about to go in there and work. If you go in there just with the ideal to just move, I think you already know how that go. They get the booing, start looking a certain way, but I'm not even going to put that into the air. I'm going to say he taking his fight because he going to prepare himself to try to win. No two fighters are alike. Like I said, that one fight with Ramirez was an anomaly. If you look at any other fight on his resume, it looks different than any other one. I've seen him fight so much differently, so many more consistent times that I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say there's still room for growth, improvement from him, and an opportunity to showcase more of what he is as a fighter. He didn't do exactly what the people wanted to see in the last fight, but like I said, the fight before that, he gave the people what they wanted, and it didn't go in his favor. So now that he's doing this shit his way, and he's doing it for him, I gotta respect it. People should respect it too. You know what I mean? You stick to who you are as a fighter, and if people are real, true fans of you, they'll support you regardless. You get what I'm saying? You got to stick to what you know. And a lot of what he was doing in the fight against Ramirez was him sticking to what he know and making sure that no disasters kicked off, right? So now, Brian Norman, you get a chance to show people, look, I can do even more against this guy than I did against Ramirez. Now watch. Now he got to prove that. That's what he got to show, because my humble opinion, he has to show more of the offensive tools, and as well as mixing it up with good movement and, you know, creating space and different things like that, because I think Brian Norman will be the sharper, better inside fighter, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I think the best range for Devin Haney obviously would be from long range, right? I think mid-range and close could favor Norman in a dangerous way. And he's a guy that you don't want to let catch you repeatedly with hooks and uppercuts, and you know what I mean? He dropping dudes with jabs, punching dudes halfway across the ring with jabs. So he got some cracks. Stairs don't mean nothing, right? Yeah, that'd be crazy. He said Bill will be the court of screaming at Rocky issue. Get out of the dash. Get out of there. Get out of there. Telling this show showed it. Look, I'm excited for it, y'all. I'm excited for it. I like it, yo. I like this for both of these dudes, man. I like it, man. It couldn't have been a bad. I mean, this is a good rebound. We didn't get T.O. and Dev, right? You didn't get Boots and you know what I mean, Norman. And I think to get Devin and Norman is great. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's a good, like, something like to pick up on, right? Like, didn't get the fight initially we wanted to see from him, but he ended up giving us one of them. You know what I'm saying? And that shit should matter. Sheldon, what it do, man? They made a statement, didn't they? Man, he did, didn't he? That boy went to town, man. He did Tab dirty. So, like I said, man, Devin Haney and Brian Norman in November is going to be very, very entertaining, I think, man. I think it's going to be a fun fight to watch. Intriguing, a meaningful matchup. You know what I mean? Is Dev going to become the 3-division champion he looking to be? Or is Brian Norman going to put the first L on his record? You know what I'm saying? So that's what people are going to be looking to see. And interested to see how Brian Norman deals with a guy that's going to be moving the way Devin is, you know, known to move, right? So you're going to see. They play 007. Ryan having spies. You stupid. Had spies in the comp. You know what I mean? The spies in the comp. You know? They said, let's get it, y'all. November. Let's see it, though, man. Let's see it, man. It's going to be cool to see how the corners go clash, too, as far as, like, game planning for each other. Who comes up with the better game plan and who executes better because of it. Who's able to make adjustments as need be. So many things about this fight, I think, that make it fun. Somebody else said that too, Sean. I think it was T said it's a 50-50. I feel like if Devin Haney is at the top of his game, it is. I feel like if he's on his A game, it could be 50-50 type fight. But less than that, it gets tougher, obviously. But man, I like this, man. And I just hope what I've seen with him is what I was thinking, right? Like him making sure and securing that bag and getting to that next fight. And people could sit here and cry all you want, but I don't give a damn. If I got dragged at the 420, bro, hell nah. I'm going out here to do this for me, for my team. We gotta win. And we put that shit to bed, and he went searching for smoke immediately. Shout out to Show and the staff. What's good with it, bros? How y'all feeling?
I'm good. Salute to both of you guys. Thanks for having me, Jess.
Man, always, bro.
Good sir, good
Yeah.
sir. Well, just
Go ahead,
let's talk
Chuck.
about the card last night. What did you think about the card, Just overall? I thought it was a good card.
I called it last night because we're gonna talk about all this. We're gonna talk about the dev stuff, but we definitely can get into the card for a second. Look, I liked it. I seen it on paper. I liked it. And that's one thing that's made what Jake Paul do somewhat tolerable for me. The way he's doing it, I think is pretty smart. He like, you know what? These people might not be the craziest about these fights that I'm taking. So you know what? I'll line up a solid card with real fights, meaningful fights. I thought the Holly Holm edition was smart, was dope because of her, her history in the sport across 3 different sports and shit like that. So put the, Avius Griffin and Julian Rodriguez. I didn't know he had a prison stint. So it was a bunch of stuff going on that I liked. The fights, Schofield, got to tip my hat to him. I did say I thought he was going to win, but I was rooting for Farmer, but I didn't think he was going to do that. That was impressive. That 18 seconds was impressive. You just didn't get to see him make the mistakes that you've seen in any fight. It was too short, but he jumped on him, caught his man cold, and that the rest was history, man. That shit was highly impressive to me.
Go ahead, Steph.
Yeah, I was in and out of that card, but salute to it. I think from beginning to end, I just watched who was that Zordo and Dorticos because I was listening to BF call it, so I was watching it. It was pretty good scrap. It was, I thought it was closer, but Zordo, I've been watching him for a long time since he was a 68 champ down there, so he's always been a little nimble on his feet for a big guy. He's just ultimately fat ass, but he was doing some nice things. And then for Floyd, I went back and watched that one. Shit. Good for him. Good for him. Tevin, what is he like? Going on 35 now? Something like that. He fight a lot of smoke here lately, so he can sit down for just a moment, catch his breath. Hope he's good. Salute to him too. Not really a Jake Paul guy, but salute to him, man. I watched a little bit of it when it finally came on, and I ended up just turning that off. But salute to him. Salute to him.
Mm-hmm. He being smart with it, putting
Real
cards
fast,
together.
yeah, you got Jen Sasaki at the bottom on this graphic, dog. I just see that. Like,
On the Jake Paul card, the Jake Paul fight. Hey, man, you might not like me for saying this, Jess, but I gotta say, to me, Fix was in, dog. I mean, look.
Why wouldn't I like you telling the truth? Why wouldn't I like you coming up
man,
here
come on. When Tom Jr. let his hands go, could you not see the difference?
Paulie said he threw 13 punches.
Could you not see the difference? When he let his hands go in the last 2 rounds, could you not see the difference? Like, dude, I could knock this dude out anytime I want to, but they told me not to. So I'm going to collect my 2.5 and go home.
I'm sorry.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
I ain't going to lie to you.
Why'd you watch it then, Shelton?
Huh?
I said, why'd you watch it?
I didn't. I watched the highlights. I didn't watch that. I watched Holly Holm. Now, that was impressive. Besides Schofield, that was impressive. 12 years out of the ring, and she came back, and she put hands and feet on that girl. And it was like, hey, Amanda, Katie, I'm going to be watching. Because I think I could whip both of y'all. I think I could whip both of y'all.
Right.
So I like that. I love Schofield because I was sitting on Schofield all week and, behind the, ducking out of the Shakur fight and all that. But, hey, now, since my man Keyshawn and screwed up and moved up to 140,
Right.
Let's get Schofield and Mason in the ring. Let's get them in the ring. Let's see what we got. I'd like to see that fight.
I like it.
I like to see that fight.
Some tell me they won't do that though, because they had that
opportunity.
They can do that though, Just. Rhea, man.
Look, I would love it. I would love it. But I wonder would that opportunity present itself again. I mean, are they feeling a little bit better now and they got that impressive knockout over Tevin? Because nobody did Tev like that. So gotta respect it. No, he getting longer in the tooth, but sheesh, that was crazy. Especially
Zapata Diaz did him like that. Diaz beat him.
Zapata couldn't do it.
Zapata sucks.
And he had 20 rounds to try.
24.
Mm-hmm.
24.
I think it was 10 rounders. I think they both were.
Oh, 10 rounders. 20 rounds. Yeah, he couldn't do it. Zapata couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it.
And that shows me more.
Drop, so it's crazy.
And that shows me more that I'm, like we've been saying, Just that shows me more how bad Shakur finna put hands and feet on this dude.
Mm-hmm.
He finna show you that this dude really ain't what you think he is.
Yeah, I want him to. I want him to make this statement and keep moving. I really do. I want him to. I like some of the stuff that he's saying in regards to the fight and what he thinks about Zapata. It sound like and I'm hearing about the camp and the work too, so that's a good sign. I know one thing about him. They had him camps usually result to a damn good fight, so I'm looking forward to it. Definitely look, but yeah, man, Schofield, man. Whew.
Now we gotta talk about my guy, Just. We gotta talk about my guy, Zordo.
Oh, give me 2 seconds. BJ 33, my dog, man, in the cash app. He says salute, man. Much love. Hey, bro, talk to me.
Yeah, we gotta talk about my guy Zordo, man. Zordo started off slow. He was getting pounded on in the first 4 rounds, but once he figured it out, it got ugly in there.
Right. That was a good fight, an entertaining fight to me. I liked it.
Yes.
I know Dorticos a little old, but that's part of the game, man. He still only had 2 losses, and that was to some of the best. And
he was a heavy-handed guy. I'll give you that. Dorticos was a heavy-handed guy. Yeah. He's a heavy-handed guy. But here's my problem.
Man,
here's my problem.
He was using angles a little bit. I know somebody critiqued him for the angles, but I was like, I like it.
He always does that. Zordo has wrinkles to his game. He can box. Mm-hmm. He's just slow, but he can box. But here's the problem, Just. Mm-hmm. Now, if he wants another title, he's the unified champion cruiserweight. If he wants another title, he needs to try to fight Badu Jack, because fighting Opataya, it's gonna look just like the Bivol fight, bro.
Opataya will stop him.
Yeah, Opataya.
It'll go for a little bit because Zordo, he gonna, it's a unification fight, so he gonna want to win. But I got Opataya.
I've never seen Zordo hurt though, so I don't know if Opataya will stop him. I know Opataya will beat him up. I know that because he's too fast. I don't know if Opataya can stop him because Bivol didn't stop him, and Bivol beat the brakes off him.
Right.
Well, I say that because when they get to boxing, man, because I like what I've seen from Zordo. I don't think you heard me earlier. I said, he's always could box. He's been a boxer puncher, and then as he's moved up, he's just tried to bombard guys and just rush them. But he's kind of gone back, and I said that he was a little nimble on his feet for a big guy. He's just unathletic. But Jai, man, is just a couple levels above him and faster. So he could eventually catch him, man. And then I think he would stop him. The ref would stop it. That's why I said that. And it'd probably be like...
No, I agree. Opataya is another level, bro. I think Opataya... because people who really don't follow the sport, they really don't realize how good Maris Breezes really was or is. You know what I mean? They don't realize how good that dude really was.
Who's this again? My bad.
And he beat Maris Breedis convincingly twice. So that told me he was good. Because Maris Breedis was destroying everything at cruiserweight. The only person that beat him was Usyk. Everybody else got their ass whooped. So Maris Breedis can fight.
Yeah.
Man.
So,
and you haven't seen any slowdown, even though he's fighting guys you never heard of. Opataya is destroying these guys, getting them out of there easy.
Yeah, that dude
Yeah,
is dangerous.
and 10 or under. Yeah.
Yeah. He be beating ass, man. He kick your ass, dude. Talk about put belt to ass. That's what Opetai be doing. He be trying to punch through you too. I had watched the video of the doctor breaking down how he broke dude's jaw, how he shattered his jaw. It's crazy because when dude got hit, he pointed to it after taking it, going down. You could tell he knew his joint was broke. I'm like, yeah, this dude just vicious. And just listen to the detail of how they explain how his jaw shattered is crazy. I'm like, that's real punching power. That shit ain't that's not no fluff right there.
Who is this, bro?
Opetai. The way he fought this last fight, he broke dude's jaw in a couple places.
Oh wow!
Oh, I thought you were talking about that tall guy.
Yeah, he shattered. Yeah,
2 fights ago.
Shattered Buddy jaw. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. No, Josh, he's nice, man. He's in my top 5 to watch and current favorite. He's a beast. I like guys like him. Definitely. Let's get to Haney and Norman Jr. again, though. What you think about that show?
K was good.
Man. I think it's a 50-50 fight, bro, right now. Because let's be honest, Norman Jr. ain't fought nothing like Devin Haney ever.
Right.
And I don't believe Devin Haney's fought anybody with the power of Norman Jr.
Exactly.
So I believe it's a 50-50 fight. Both guys are young. Norman Jr. seems to be getting better with every fight.
Yeah.
And Devin, look, you can say what you want about Devin Haney. The one thing you can never say is that Devin Haney ducked anybody.
Shout out to Robert. Good, homie. Yeah, man. I like his energy. I told you since he's been trying to bounce back. And it's just, I feel like given the opportunities, he could really prove some more people wrong, man. So in some ways, he did it even against Ramirez, but I just want to see more of him because I know that will give him his best chance to make this fight what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? You got to be yourself in there. You know what I'm saying? That's going to get you, you know what I mean? Because anything less is going to be a real strange and tough fight. Got to be yourself in there. It's gonna be good to see them. The coaches, the two fathers, go up against each other too, man.
Yeah, I agree. Both of you. I like that. Yeah, man. It's a 50-50 fight. Just I think I said in the chat there, kind of reminds me of when Winky and Vargas went at it. It's gonna be the boxer puncher versus just this ruthless guy with he's relentless and he can box definitely. Not saying that those what these guys are, but just the kind of that styling. And I like what Shelton said. Either or guys never fought anyone of their caliber like that yet, so it's gonna be for an interesting fight.
Right.
For sure. Who's that? Norman Jr. has looked really good his last 3 and 4 outings, man. Even with some trouble and adversity in those fights, he's looked really good how he is finished. And I really wanted the Boots and Norman fight. I really want to see that. Those are 2 drastically different styles that need to meet head on for sure. That need to eventually. So I still want that too, whether it be, obviously the next level. But with Haney has I like what Shelton said too, he's just consistently gonna be proving his doubters wrong. He's no matter what you say, man, he's a good fighter.
Right. Right. And they going, what y'all make of it being in Saudi? Any thoughts on that?
Well, towards just real fast, towards this end of this last week, there was a lot of doubt in that fight and a lot of mixed messaging, and it was confusing us fans here. And then it once Turkey got involved, things sort of simmered and then ramped back up with that boxing voice with the fathers going at it, I guess. And then fast forward to today, just hours ago, we got the fight. Turkey announces it. So, God bless everybody involved with it, man. I'm happy. I'm stoked. Well, I mean, and then like you said, it's in Riyadh, but I mean, dare I say that's expected. You know, why am I saying that too? You know, I know it's been reported that he's had a card that fell out and that he wants to put something together. I believe this is it.
Right.
Yeah.
Said more
I'm gonna
surprising.
go with Muhammad Ali on this one, the greatest of all time. Man, I fight that chump in the telephone booth.
Nah, I just like it because it continues to add, I think, to the story of Brian Norman. You know,
Yeah,
see how he got
he
his
ain't got
title
nothing.
traveling into enemy
Yeah.
territory. He just defended his title in Japan, enemy territory. And I had when Senior popped up here and we was chopping it up. I asked him about what his thoughts is, fighting in Saudi. So Japan was somewhere they never been. They did that together. And he said, yeah, hell yeah, with the Saudi. And it's crazy that they get an opportunity to do that next. So and for him to go take his belt there, and for them, I think it's like neutral because neither one of them from there. But it's just dope to see that he don't make too much of a fuss about where the fights being. And I get it. People gonna say the boots in the Philly, but I think that was a little bit different. That definitely was money to me. But aside from that,
Yeah, that was money. That's because Eddie didn't want to pay. That's all that was. And people don't want to see that. But that's because Eddie didn't want to pay. What the fight was worth.
The boxing, man. He felt that he made a lot of sense out of it too. He felt the same way.
Yeah,
it just was simple.
Eddie didn't want to
pay. Guys be invested. Watch, if Conor Ben don't swoop in at some point, I would be shocked. At some point, but you know what? Then again, I don't know because that rematch coming up. So he ain't.
I just heard about that today, fellas. They rematching that fight. Why are they doing that?
Wait, who's
I don't know. I mean, for England, across the pond, it's a great fight. They can sell it.
I don't think they.
But over here, nobody cares about that fight, man.
I don't think
nobody cares.
I mean, that weight is stupid. But I guess they about to get paid.
Well, it's kind of since Eubank won, maybe he can negotiate a better weight. And if he negotiates a better weight for himself, he really destroys Ben this time.
Yeah,
he beat him drained.
Wait, wait. I'm still on what you said earlier, Just because you said I'm waiting for Ben to swoop in. Yeah, that's who Boots should fight. Frankly, like right now, today.
Yeah, the only problem with
Boots
that is it hurt Eddie too much to see Boots beat on Ben.
Well, no, in England too, because that's who Hearn is saving him for. He didn't want to fight Norman.
Yeah,
just throwing a theory out.
True. I just wonder what his career gonna look like after taking another fight like that with Eubank.
Got a little background there, Sheldon.
I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
But yeah. And then you guys are saying they're rematching. Man,
September 20th, to be exact.
Yeah, I won't be watching. Like, no.
That's
crazy. Bad, man. That was bad. I'm sorry. I was not entertained.
I definitely thought once was enough. I definitely did, and then you needed to just take that as a sign to go back to where you was at. But I guess you're gonna chase that money again, and you really feel like you could beat this man. But I think he'd mess around and beat you again. But if I was him, I would definitely negotiate the weight, bro. There's no way I'm going back down. They was talking about investigating him and all types of stuff to make sure he didn't do anything against the rules to cut the weight. So I wouldn't even put myself through it. Shout out to Nazay and Robert, man. Said, yeah, you need to go back to 4-7. Yeah, he just ain't a puncher, man. I don't think Devin Haney his punches just get walked through. I haven't really seen that. Even with Ryan, he was very respectful. You know what I mean? Aside from the moments where he attacked, but he wasn't just running in there carelessly. So he's swatting a little more than people said.
Wait, what was that comment, Just? I missed that. No, I was saying, what was that comment? I missed that.
Yeah, not. But Conor Ben won the first fight. Yeah, I mean, I feel you, but I don't think so. I think he clearly it showed that, Chris Eubank would have did even more had he been where he was supposed to be weight-wise, I think. So, he fought a hell of a fight. He gave him his props. He said he surprised him. He was better than he thought and all that, but I definitely didn't think he won.
That fight was terrible, man. Oh my gosh. But you know, I like Eubank Jr. for some odd reason.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he was a poker player, man. I saw him on the telly. He was on those poker channels.
Right.
He was up on them amateurs. That shit was funny. But by a grit too, shit.
Mm-hmm.
By like 10K.
Mm.
Right? But yeah, man, nah. Because if Ben keeps trying to play around with all that catch weight stuff, man, you know, you're neglecting just about 2 weight classes in 54 and
Mm-hmm.
60. So it's like,
That
what are you
had
doing?
already called for the
And
fight the last time.
and you have PEDs always surrounding you. That cloud
Mm-hmm.
is just, it's a bad look, man. So he
Mm-hmm.
should just stay in the 54. Just kick it right there and fight those guys. There's
Yeah, I
plenty
don't
of
know what
guys
he's
from
doing.
all levels too,
I
even to
hope
the
he got a
elite.
plan, because it's gonna be tough going back to 47 after that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
if I would be advising him, yeah, I would say stay at 54.
Right. Stop playing around, but yeah, they gonna do it again. I'm surprised Eubank said yeah, but like that's how I know that money right, dude's gonna they gonna make them fights. He said
Yeah.
something about the last time the first fight. He said like he ain't got to box no more. Made that clear, like he could just stop right now. He good. He got paid pretty damn well for that. So I say yeah, I can see why you would do it again, but damn. It's like, man, at what to what, at what expense, man? Yeah, health matter more than them dollars, because if you
Uh,
can't spend it, then what good is it? But
uh,
see, Wills was good, fam.
Now, from what I heard is that he got 5 million reasons to take the fight. That's what I heard.
You say he got 5 million reasons to take it.
5 million reasons.
Yeah, his ass. Forgot what he said in the interview. Did he say 8 figures for the fight? I think he did. I think Chris Eubank did an interview, talked about it.
They're gonna sell that fight as much as they can. There'll be another one if Ben so happens to win, because
Yeah.
those UK fans,
Mm-hmm.
they gonna live. They just living on that memory of their daddies,
I can
and
see it.
and they're not worrying about a weight or what it's gonna do to one person, and
Right.
they can sell it every time and make millions off of it, because they can sell out a stadium with it, and they can sell out pay-per-views across over there. Why would you, if you're a business,
Right.
But they do. Did I not call it last night with Austin, man? I said it, man. I'm pulling for Tevin, but I think I got him by knockout. He won me my bet too. I didn't think he would do it that fast, but
hell no.
I knew he was gonna get the knockout, because I know Tevin, they like to fight, and I know Austin, he don't give a damn about. Like, he looks up to these boxers and stuff because he's still in that kid, like he's still young, but the respect goes out the door, and he would throw them at you, and I knew he was gonna do that, and I know he got power, and he hit him clean, boom, one time. Really, it was over after that first shot. I know the referee let it go on, but dude couldn't really stand up for more than 2 seconds after that.
Right. He beat the hell out of that, man.
So let me ask a question to the panel. Let me ask a question to everybody on the panel. Did this fight last night tell you anything as far as the Shakur Zepeda fight?
I don't know. I feel like he should definitely do his thing against him. I tell you that. They definitely told me Tevin Farmer. Shit, I think they might have did their homework, because they jumped on him, and people keep making a point that he be fighting with his hands dropped low, and he do. He wasn't even in position to really defend against them shots. It's like he wasn't even ready at all, and that was like a rookie mistake, not being prepared to get clipped that early with that much experience and not be aware of what your opponent was coming to do. So It's crazy to say that he underestimated the kid and paid the ultimate.
Tevin Farmer after his last fight. Got caught quick with a right hand. Just like that.
That was a good combination. 1-2.
You okay?
The hand speed and the power of Floyd Schofield already a difference maker in this fight.
Is Floyd Schofield about to take off to superstardom if he can blast out Farmer here in round one? And he's
over.
down again.
It's over. That was a devastating combination. He didn't load up. Man, kid Schofield also looked good tonight.
Devin Farmer is nodding his head saying, I'm all right. He is not all right. He is on shaky legs. This fight is a couple of punches away from being finished.
Williams and Pena couldn't do the job. Floyd
Damn, Tevin.
Well, I will say though, if y'all go on Twitter, Shakur's called it before the fight happened. He said, "What's but it's gonna come out fast and jump on him, man. That Tevin better be ready." So, you know, I'm gonna say that Shakur does see game plans of people coming, you know, because his IQ is on that level, bro. And I know it's gonna be a good fight now. For me personally, the way I think you should beat Shakur, don't aim at his head, aim at his hands, and punch him in his gloves all night long, and see what he does. And that's just because they're brittle, and he loves to stick that jab out there, grab that thing, and just punch it all night long. Which it get to hurt.
You trying to find it? It sound like you're trying to find an edge.
Punches.
That is the edge, bro.
I feel you, man.
When I sit back and I think about how fights are gonna go, I know that Shakur's movement and his distance is great, but I know that Shakur also loves to have that jab sticking out. And if you start hitting that thing for 2-3 rounds, you think he's gonna keep it out there? No. Especially you just had surgery on both of them. And then you got a guy that's gonna come in with his forehead down with Zepeda. Let's say if Zepeda tried to put it to work. Let him punch you in your forehead, let him keep doing that. And then for a couple rounds to start throwing at them fists. And then let's see how the fists feel in them later rounds, if he's still throwing or not.
I get it. It's a tactic. I mean, shit. I've heard coaches tell guys to aim at
Canelo
arms and shit. Like Derrick James was giving instructions to who was that? Was he telling him with Ryan with Rolly? They punched the arms or something. He was telling him. But little taxes like that. I mean, shit. Maybe somebody would try it, but Peta for me, this next fight, I think he's just gonna do what he always do. Come straight in, try to overwhelm you. You know what I mean, and try to drown you. Pretty much, that's just what he do. I haven't seen him do anything different, but you just never know. You try to add.
Williams and Pena fights. He fights one way, bro, and Shakur's gonna pick him apart. He may even stop this guy. Shakur may even stop this dude. This fight is not going to be as close as people think, bro. It's not.
Fighting somebody that throw 100 punches around. He better focus. I'm like, yo, he tweeting it. Why he tweeting about us? That's me, Papa Skull. Why he tweeting about us? That's cuz, man. You know they was gonna say something, man. Yeah, he did get caught early. He was supposed to be better prepared for that, I think. You know, that's why he was so disappointed in himself. But I definitely yeah, man. That's how you make a statement now. I wonder who they'll like put him in there against next. Like what they'll look to
they
line him up with.
Cigar talked a little bit earlier. Talk about they in line for the Tank fight. So, and that was what the data said. Let's see if it happens, you know.
They ain't gonna let that one go. About that Tank stuff, I ain't mad at him. I keep talking.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Jess. Let me ask you a question. What if Tank loses to this guy? Well, it'll be a rematch, probably. More likely to be another fight.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I mean, I think everybody start having to look at him different, but this is why I never called the kid trash. He's just green, rough around the edges, and you see him still working out the kinks in his own style. But he an athletic dude that come forward. He's strong, man. He make dangerous fights for guys, but I think where he'll lose the fights with the upper echelon guys is when he's, the IQ side of things. He was able to win that fight last night, just blasted the guy out, being, the young physical specimen that he is. But when that doesn't work is where the question is for me. And he never had
then
to go
what?
to
I got you. Then what? What do you do then? I got you.
Because I seen how he looked when the gas tank get tested. Obviously slowed down a lot more. I was playing that.
Oh, we saw that. He actually got put down, didn't he?
Right. You seen it. Yeah, he did. He looked more tired than hurt for sure, but it just was that part of you getting knocked down, I think, was your technique and being a little fatigued and sloppy in there. And it's like, that's where one of those championship level fighters could beat you. You know what I mean? Your form can't fall apart like that. And at no point in the fight with none of those guys that you keep calling out. So you know what? It's boxing. I don't care. Call them out till you blue in the face, bro. I don't give a damn. Just when it's time to fight one of them dudes, don't get sick again, bro. I know you can't control everything, but your dad keeps talking all these wild
Why you saying that, John? You said don't get sick again.
Just make it to the fight. It's crazy that they put the camera on Shakur and he was talking about how concerned he was that he wouldn't. He was like, man, I just hope he make it to the fight. He wasn't even trying to talk no shit and none of that. I hope he make it. And it just not to make it is so crazy. Like people was predicting. I guarantee you they don't fight. I'm like, damn. Damn. God damn. That's crazy.
Hey, you know what, fellas? That's a bad look, though. It looks like you really didn't want to fight Shakur. That's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. It did look like that to me. It did. You say, what is that? What did you see in Dorticos to say that Zordo would run through him? Or you thought Zordo was going to run through Dorticos, Shelton? That was for you. L-Dub, actually.
Well, I told you he was going to run through that dude. We talked about that. I told you he going to beat this cat.
Yeah. That he gave him a damn good fight. That fight was close, wasn't it? You ain't think so? It was damn competitive. It was a good fight. I think Zordo was winning it, though, just being more creative, more movement, mixing it up just a bit better combination punching too, I think, overall. But Dorticos is always game and tough, man. Shit, if you're a younger version of him, definitely makes it even more tougher fight. Yeah, I think so too.
I'm going to have to say Malik Scott helped Zordo win that fight last night because he was able to outbox him. And if we've seen Zordo in the past, his boxing skills ain't been the best, but I seen a lot of improvement last night, especially moving around, getting lateral, and working the jab. But he was getting caught, especially on the inside, And Dorticos, man, I'm not for sure, man. I think it was Dorticos' last fight. I'm not sure. He came in and bombed on somebody, and when I seen him, I thought it was gonna be one of those somebody going down type of fights, but Zordo was able to stay strong and work through it.
Zordo hit him with some nasty stuff too, man. I mean, head rocking back for sure. He kind of did it on mostly like his counters. But had he stepped forward into it, I don't know if he would have stopped a one-punch knockout, but maybe a possible TKO there, maybe. But Dorticos, he stood tall. Stood tall there. He took a lot of punishment too.
So what would y'all say the fight of the night last night was?
One more time, Wills.
I said, so what would y'all say what the fight of the night was last night?
I would say Zordo and them because I was the only one I watched.
Zordo and Dorticos. That was the best fight because Schofield and Farmer wasn't a fight, and Holly Holm just beat that girl every round damn near. That wasn't a fight, and Chavez Jr. threw the fight. So yeah, Zordo.
Bro, I didn't Chavez.
No, that Rodriguez fight. That Rodriguez fight was good too. Now that Rodriguez fight was good.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that one for me because they was going back and forth, especially old buddy dropped him in the ninth and then go in the eighth, and then old buddy came back. Rodriguez came back and dropped him in the 10th for the knockout because I think what's his name? Griffin would have gonna win that fight. They say he was. Rodriguez needed to win the last round to win the fight. They said that Griffin was up on 2 of the scorecard.
Yeah, Griffin and that was a good fight. Now Griffin just let that fight. Griffin, man, he was talking so greasy during the week though. To go in there and get stopped in the 10th round, it's like, dude. Hopefully his confidence he can build his confidence back up because that gotta hurt.
It's like to me, it's the thing that hurts him, the same thing that hurts Shockey, but Shockey's able to pull through it at the end. And it's Griffin's just not able to push through it. And because they both fight similar to me, and they both they start to gas out towards those last couple rounds. But Shockey just knows how to compose himself. And if he needs a knockout, he go get the knockout. But it was a great fight. I'd like to see what Rodriguez is going to do next. And, man, Yolanda, man, I thought she was going to do something. She didn't show no Mexican style. I thought she was going to just come in and throw them things, because, I would hope she would know that she's not going to be able to box with Holly. Just get in there, go at her and throw them. But she just stayed on the end, got jabbed all night long.
Yeah, every time she opened up, she got hit with a jab. And for Holly to be 43, that was impressive.
That was like no BS. I don't know what weight class Holly was at. That fight last night was at, but I'm like, these boys might be trying to make them a little super.
Oh, she weighed in. She weighed in 136. She weighed in last night at 136.
Okay, I could see.
That's why she was saying at the end of the fight. That's why she was saying, Amanda, Katie, I'm gonna be watching.
Yeah, I did see that. That'll be a great fight between them because I ain't gonna lie. I think Holly will win because where Amanda is able to get Katie is because Katie comes in there reckless. Holly's not gonna do that, and I think she can keep her walk her around just like she did Yolanda because Serrano gets leaning over a little too much for me.
Let me tell you something, bro. At 43 years old, honestly, I love me some Amanda Serrano. I got Holly over both of them. I think Holly beats them both.
Most definitely. I ain't even gonna lie, because like I said before I knew the weight class and I was just watching the fight, I'm sitting there thinking like, man, I could see them try to make a super fight with her and Clarissa at 154 or something. And because this fight that Clarissa got coming up is her last fight with Salida. So she gonna be looking for a new promoter. Let's see what she do.
I don't think Clarissa can get down far enough anymore. That's just my opinion. I don't think Clarissa can get past 68, maybe?
Yeah. Like healthy, yeah. But I mean,
I don't think she can get past 68.
Lose weight faster, but like 68 would probably be a good weight to stop at for her.
Just going off of Clarissa, she say 54 her lightest, and she say she guaranteed she can make it. Well, that would be a great spot though if it did happen.
50 pounds. That's like.
So let me ask. I got y'all up here. Let me ask y'all, man. Who should be next for a guy like Schofield? Realistically, boxing source, what's good, homie?
You know who I think he should fight next? I think he should fight De Los Santos next.
Yo, that's crazy. Somebody texting me right now, asking me about how I think that fight will play out.
Hey, look, they both Dominican. I was just sitting here thinking that, bro. And send it over.
What they said, Shakur?
Send it over.
I don't think Shakur gonna deal with him. No, he already said it. But who knows what could happen? I mean, I wouldn't have mind seeing it when we were supposed to, but I ain't gonna trip on him for not wanting to, you know, all that shit they did. Dude was talking steroid talk, snack this. Like, that's how I got blocked, because that's when I drew the line. When I see him talking that steroid shit on Twitter, I said something. I wasn't even aggressive. That's not my style. I don't be looking to argue with strangers online. Like, that shit corny. But he still blocked me. I'm just like, you reaching, man. You done said everything at this point. So it's like you gotta see it. I see it on both ends. At the end of the day, as a fight fan, would I still want to see the fight despite all that weird shit? Yeah. But the fighter that went through it is like, hell no, I could get it. Unless he positioned himself. Because this time it would have just been an opportunity. It's like, now it's like, why would I do that again? Because you beat Farmer. So it's like, why? He's like, you know, so I guess the incentive got to be there. And look, the way he just looked, if he built off that, shit, this is going to be a matter of time. He going to be there if he's still at 35. And he going to be in a position to challenge dudes anyway. So, you know, but that Dos Santos fight sound intriguing, man. Because, I mean, look, how long you going to baby him? Shit, they got about the... Matter of fact, do we got more fights? About the same many, so about the same amount of fights, bro. This shit could happen. It could. Think it'd be a good test for him because he aggressive. And like Rod said, he do still like to leap in like that. He got those tendencies, but none of them was exploited last night because he caught Tevin cold. And that shit can happen. Sometimes you just, you know, fall asleep a little bit in there. And that's what he did. He paid for it. He was not prepared for that young man to come blitz him like that. And that little hand drop shit, like, yeah.
Now, the reason I say Dos Santos is this. Mm-hmm. I agree with you. I don't think they'll put Mason in with the guy.
Yeah.
And I think he needs fights on the Mason level or just a slightly bit below from now on. And once you get to this point in your career, in my opinion, you can't go backwards. Now you got to go forward. Am I right?
Right. True.
So I think right now, the Dos Santos fight will be the perfect fight for Schofield.
Now there's another one. So that's what I was just about to bring that up. The whole Mason
fight was good, Tim.
So I've been thinking, I can see Top Rank trying to get them to stop talking about Mason and throw Schofield Navarrete. Let them fight, because Navarrete is at the end of his career. He's about to retire. If Top Rank want to make a little bit more money off of him, make that fight happen. You know where to sell. Do it in California, where Schofield and Navarrete from. You're gonna have the big Mexican crowd, make the money. You're gonna also with Schofield, the Dominican, so you can make money off that fight, and it'll be a great fight. And it'll also stop Schofield and them boys from saying Abdullah Mason's name, because Top Rank wants to get some more money out of Mason before they put him in there with any tough fights.
I like that, Wills, because someone needs to beat down Navarrete, man, real bad too, real bad.
He think he good, bro, and they boosted him up, but he not good, bro. He just be fighting people that just don't got no skill. They just want to throw punches.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Navarrete, like, stylistically, I don't care for the way he fights, but it's one of them things where it's a method to his madness and it works for him. But I just always feel like certain guys he'll beat. I never, like, the hype part, I don't like to call it that, like the praise that is built around him, I never felt it when I watched him. It's kind of like when I seen Miguel Burchell. I never seen those stories of how great he was. I never, I just couldn't. I didn't see it. Every time I seen it, he was getting knocked around. I'm just like, yeah. Some people just don't see it. Navarrete, one of them guys, just it's got one of them weird styles, man.
Same thing with Oscar Valdez, man. They be hyping them up because they fighters that just throw a bunch of punches and get punched in the face and ready to go. But there's nothing special about them. It works for them, but when they're fighting fighters that's gonna fight with them like that, but as soon as they step up to that elite level where they're fighting skilled fighters, it never works for them. And I would think that Schofield is not at elite yet, and he's right up under being good where I would say Navarrete is. So fight Navarrete so you can prove that you're at least on the level above him.
Yeah. There's some ways he could go. I just wonder. You know what I'm saying? I heard about that sparring with them, but I just don't be believing it because you hear it from his dad. He be telling them stories so many different ways. He claimed that, he had to tell his son to take it easy on Mason and his chin is this and that. He ain't this. It was just weird. It was really strange, bro. I just didn't believe it. He was supposed to do this many rounds. He got out the ring, but Mason and him, they told a much different story. Shout out to Everything Boxing. How you feeling, bro? The perfect fight to get his cheese and slid off his arm. Yeah, go in there and throw the young skull in there. He gassed up because, look, we going to run the clips, man. Y'all hit that like button. We still going to build for a bit. I got to run the clip because, look, he confident. They talking. They confident.
All right. It's Kevin Garcia, a.k.a. the Puerto Rican Kid KG, and I'm here with somebody who just shocked a lot of people, quieted a lot of others, put some haters to rest, awoke some fans for sure. Kid Austin, first round KO, Tevin Farmer. Nobody thought that was going to happen. How do you feel, my guy?
I feel good.
No, go ahead. I was just saying, I know he's your man, and obviously, there's that part, but how do you feel about the victory?
I feel good. I feel like I earned a lot of respect from a lot of people. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters to me. I just wanted to redeem myself from, not being able to have the Shakur fight. And I know it's not Shakur, but it's a step up in the right direction.
Yeah. And I mean, you said his name, so he definitely said yours right after the fight. He put out a tweet or some sort of message, and it was like, look, anybody could look good against somebody, or something along those lines. It was something about the first round. I forget because I've been busy, but he definitely spoke about you. Right. So it seems like Shakur still has you on his mind. You made a statement tonight. Is that the fight you want next? Or when it comes, it comes?
Yeah, I told Oscar in the locker room, I want the winner of that fight. But if we can't make that happen, I would love to fight, any other big names out there. There's a lot of people to choose from. And like I said, I'll let Golden Boy and Oscar guide my career, how they've been doing so far.
Yeah. How alleviated do you feel now? Because obviously since February, people have been talking crazy. They've been giving you a hard time. They've been questioning your character, whether you ducked or not. Obviously, a bunch of people actually this week, myself included, because we had to. But it seems like you put a lot of that to rest. Do you feel like that?
Yes, I do. I feel like I put a lot of it to rest. Thank you. I feel like I put a lot of it to rest. And, that's all that matters to me. I shut the haters up. Of course, I'd be seeing a couple comments, and they be like, maybe the fight was fixed and Tevin was paid to take a dive. It's like, come on, bro. Just let me rock. Let me enjoy my night. But if it is what it is, you're always going to have those people, in your ear. But I'm just glad to the people that actually know boxing that I did something.
Yeah, no, you did a great thing, man. Nobody's ever stopped Tevin Farmer. He's a dog, hell of a fighter. And you put him down in the first round, you got the victory. I know we talked about Shakur, obviously, and you saying Golden Boy, they're going to handle business. But you just put the whole 135-pound division on notice. In the WBA, the champ there is Tank. I mean, Zepeda, I think he's ranked number 1, you're number 2 right now.
Yeah.
And that could change easily in a matter of days. So is it Tank? Is it Shakur? Is it Abdullah Mason?
I would love to fight the winner of Tank Lamont Roach. Whoever wins that fight. If I could get Shakur, my hands with Shakur, that'd even be better. You got other fighters too out there, Raymond. But I'm looking for the big dogs. I want the big dogs. But if I could get Zepeda versus Shakur, that'd be better. That'd be way better.
Give me one final message to everybody who has something to say about you for the last 4 months.
Hey, I love y'all, whether y'all hate me or love me. I'm fighting for legacy. I'm here to stay. I made myself proud, and if I made you proud, thank you for supporting.
Enough said. Well, you're looking at...
Wish he would have talked like that after pulling out.
Southwest that's what it do. That's the tough part about it. Like, he makes it seem as if you didn't have the opportunity that you clamoring for. That's the part that's annoying to me. It's like, bro, all of that shit, you gotta understand what he's talking about. But look, still be hungry. I get it. If that fight would be perfect, but I think about what he said. Whatever Oscar and them. Oscar didn't want it from the beginning, so they're not pursuing that. I don't think they're going to pursue the winner, especially if it's who I think it's going to be. I don't think they put you in there and they can keep building you, and I don't think you get Tank next either. You know what I mean? Just keep working because you're right there. I like what he's talking. He's supposed to be speaking exactly like that. Biggest win in his career, impressive. Talk your shit.
Yeah, he's not the only one either making decisions like that, so... All good.
Yeah, and I don't see Golden Boy giving him what's his name to pay, because they're gonna want to try to work to pay it back up after the Shakur loss. And then I don't see Top Rank giving up more Taya or Mason. They got more plans for those guys before they give them any tough tests. You know how they do. They gradually work them up, and he should do the same thing. Like I say, take him on one of those top 10 to 7 fighters.
Right. He said that boy humble. Yeah, man. Shout out to him, man. He doing it the right way. He technically said he gonna break Shakur jaw. Man, I know we be prisoners of the moment a lot of times, man. Anything can happen in a fight. You could catch anybody cold and get knocked out like that. But just think about what Shakur said before the fight. His approach would have been like totally different from a Tevin Farmer. He don't fight with his hands down. He don't make the kind of mistakes Tevin made, even in that early, especially not that early. You know what I'm saying? He would have been way more prepared.
Wait,
To
who's this?
defend against
Just
that shit, and you would have seen a much different fight. It does make me wonder though how what kind of fight he can give these guys, because I mean, shit. I mean, how many? You know what I'm saying? Are you calling for it? Look, whoever give him my opportunity, I said I'll watch it. I was seeing Shakur fight him, but just wasn't in the cards, and I just can't believe all of those different things. He went out and said they said it was mushrooms, but we got the toxicology report and it was something else. But we can't speak on it because people got lawyers. What people? You can't tell the truth. That if somebody poisons your son, you ain't got to say who. You can say what. And the fact that you won't, and then the stuff that you did say happened, it didn't happen. I gotta say you lying. I got to. Who the hell got lawyers? Like, what's the penalty for telling the world what was in your son's system and why he was in the hospital? You can't convince me that it's anything that any type of legal action somebody could take to stop you from telling the truth about what happened. That shit don't even sound right, so I don't buy it. If I'm Shakur, I don't pay him no mind unless he put himself in position and he really literally knocking at the doorstep. I'm not going to spin the block and give him another opportunity just because some people on the internet saying it. They said it the first time. Oh, why he doesn't care Austin? He won't give him a shot. And then when his fights fell to shit and he went to give him a shot and this shit didn't come to fruition, it's like, well, give him a shot anyway. Nah, bro, they ain't going to keep playing them games, man. Like, nah, they played with that man's name. He talked about people sending cops to his house, planting drugs in his car, like all of this different shit. And it was all Shakur. I would not want to fight. That's an idiot. That's not even trolling. You a clown. At that point, you would be pissing me off. The hell would get in my head. You playing with my name. Then you start playing with the snack shit and steroids, connecting my name to that. Like, bro, what you on? Y'all didn't want to fight. Everything you said and did said you didn't want to fight. So if I'm Shakur, the only way I fight him if he positioned himself. I'm not avoiding the guy. He clearly was gonna fight him, but it's like now it's like, nah, because you beat Tevin, man, just keep winning, dude. You better hope Golden Boy don't hang you out to dry when you lose like they did Ryan.
Oh, did you see that? That as well. I got on Twitter today, today this morning. Posted a little message between him and Ryan. Ryan talking about F you for this contract you sent me. I'm your only star, and you're gonna send me a BS contract like that. You can suck and like I know you do already. And then what's his name? Oscar gets on Twitter, posts a conversation talking about Ryan's having a mental breakdown again. Please help.
We're gonna talk about that too.
And I'm like,
this how Tank feel about Shakur. They not coming back around and fight. Yeah, it's crazy. Y'all be knowing how Tank feel without hearing from. I don't know how Tank feel, to be honest. I'll say this. I hate that conversation because it's like it's so much smoke and mirrors. It's fluff. They only had preliminary discussions. The reason that the fight didn't happen. If you choose to be on the side that they made any offer to him at all and he didn't take it, that's just crazy. That never happened. I'm trying to tell y'all. I keep saying it because it's like, I don't know. Fuck being from New Jersey. Fuck being a supporter of Shakur or any of this. This shit is for boxing. When I reach out to these people and I speak to their teams, it's just to give y'all the information that's honest. If you, from what I heard direct, not here, what I was told directly from that team, that shit never happened. It was nothing past a phone call. So when you hear Steven Espinoza say, oh, it was very preliminary discussions, there you go. End the story. It was no offer made to him. He never was in no type of negotiations and none of that. They never discussed no money, none of that shit. The phone call consisted of them asking would he be available to fight Gervonta Davis. And his answer was hell yes. Okay, we will reach back out. He said the next time they heard from them, they was fighting Lamont Roach. The announcement came out. That's all. That's all. That's all I can say. I wish I could speak to the other side and they could be honest with me too, but that's what it was. You get what I'm saying? The trainer don't pick his fights. Shout out to the butcher, my dog. But they don't pick his fights. They don't have no bearing on who he fight ever at all. Never. I want to make that very clear because people be confused. They don't pick his fights. They don't tell him who to fight. It's so real. I knew who he was fighting before they did the last time. You get what I'm saying? Before Roach. You get me? When he was fighting Frank Martin, I knew that before they did. You get what I'm saying? Like they don't pick it. They give their opinion on things, but they don't have no bearing on who he fight whatsoever. They just train him to do the job and they go out there and handle business. But nah, bro, like that's not the same situation. He never negotiated with Shakur Stevenson. Listen to the fighter himself. Listen to him. Think about something, bro. Just think about something. If a guy in Lomachenko negotiated and walked away from the fight, you notice Tank, when he talked about that, he never said, Loma ducked me, man. He ain't want no smoke. He ain't want to fight. He was scared. He never took that approach. He leveled with him and told us he understood why, he might be stepping away and all this stuff. And then when they asked him about Shakur, you notice he got frustrated. He didn't say, yo, we tried to fight him and he didn't want it. He didn't say that. You get what I'm saying? He didn't say that. Yo, why you asking me about him? You must be from New Jersey. He would have said, yo, we tried to fight him and he didn't want to fight. You get what I'm saying? Steven Espinoza would have said, yo, we tried to make a fight with him, but he didn't want to fight. That shit never came out his mouth. What he did was confuse the people. And I said this before, and somebody tried to argue it. He confused y'all by telling y'all what you already know if you was paying attention. I'm telling you, this is common sense. If you listen, people hate Shakur so much they don't pay attention to what he be saying. He been made it clear that he wasn't trying to sign back in for nothing long term at all. You get what I'm saying? Of course, he wanted more than one fight. Didn't he sign a match room for 2 fights? You know what I'm saying? So it's like when he said he wanted a multi-fight deal, that's something he put out there public. That how you didn't get that from discussing it with him, because when it turned around and they asked you about that, you went to make sure you cleared it up. It was like, yo, we didn't even get that far. And it wasn't a matter of, oh, he didn't want to fight. You get what I'm saying? Them dudes don't even got fights for him outside of do it even sound right, a 1-fight deal? Think about it. Just think about it. Lamont Roach is currently getting a rematch, but Shakur Stevenson can't be in a situation. It's just what? It's all or nothing. Just think about the business, and when has it ever been done that way? You really think the boxing world, the sport of boxing, was about to go from Lomachenko to Shakur Stevenson? You really think that in that short period of time? On top of that, how was they even going to promote a fight of that magnitude? You really believe that? Think about it, bro. Think about what it took for Errol Spence to fight Terrence Crawford. He had to go against PBC. Only way, I'm convinced right now, the only way that fight happens is if Tank Davis demanded and Shakur said yeah when the opportunity could knock on his door. Other than that, that shit is just like a bunch of posturing and back and forth. The fact of the matter is, he can't send him an offer. That's never happened. You get me? And the fighter himself is agitated with the bare mention of the guy. He don't sound like he want to fight him. I don't think he's scared, shook, ducking. I don't know what his issue is. I think it's ego and pride. That's what I get from that. There's no other reason why you should be that frustrated by the bare mention of a fighter that's in a division that's accomplished more within the sport than you have. There's no reason for that. But hey, to each his own. He's feel how he feel, but that fight ain't gonna happen unless that man demand it. And on the other end, Shakur gotta be with it when the opportunity comes. That's all I can say about that. I see it. I'm not gonna be fooled. They not fooling me, man. Think about some of the biggest fights. We would have never got Bud and Spence had it not been for EJ going against his people. That's what the consensus is. He went against what he was being advised, not to fight that dude, and still did it. See what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got to go against the grain, but I always question, like, is this still the reason, one of the reasons anyway, why he currently still, like, out the mix? You get what I'm saying? It's crazy. People could hint to a lot of different things, but you ain't never see them announcing Earl Spence dates and kind of taking them back and they not coming to fruition. You never see that kind of stuff. So you just never know. So the fights of that magnitude is going to take some for the fighters to demand that shit. I'm telling you, I thought Brad Man Edwards hit it on the head, bro. That's why I don't argue if they scared. I know that they've been fighting all their life. Dudes on spar multiple occasions. Dude on spar damn near a 20-minute round together. They ain't scared to do this shit for the money, neither one of them. But it's how we gonna get there is the question. That's where a lot of people, like, we have our different opinions, man. These dudes not scared to make money, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, think about the lesser fighters that get in there and get knocked out by Tank. Just think about it. They ain't scared to do it. Just think about you got NBA players, football players, whole careers, and then they'll box. For what? For the bag. They'll get embarrassed. You see the influencers. Them dudes don't got a lick of skill. But for the money, for the notoriety, the shit that come with it, they'll get in there. So them two at the top of their game, that money is right, they're going to get in there. Both of them. I believe that. But again, pride and ego. That's what I feel like. I don't think he just want to, he's going to do what he want to do. And I feel like that's not fighting him. Everything he's saying is telling me that. He never asked about fighting him. And you mention him, it's like he ain't on my level. He ain't did nothing. Then you fought lesser people. It's just none of it makes sense. So it's like, I stopped racking my brain. This is like, I'd be surprised if we ever see that fight. I'm going to be honest with you. And I don't care what people think about why it didn't happen. I see what I need to see. I know how the business of boxing be duping us as the fans, and we be sitting up all day calling these dudes ducks. When in reality, nobody lifted a finger to make that fight. It just postured about it, talked about it. It was a discussions, preliminary discussions. Ain't no fucking way in hell we in 2025, and the only kind of conversation you had about that fight is preliminary. That don't concern y'all. The hell with the fighters and what they talking about. To think about the bit, they know what it is. They not. I just don't feel like that's something they're trying to do. People be like, oh, well, they waiting for him to have a better performance. That's bullshit. Bullshit. Since when do people wait for you to look good to fight? That shit don't happen. That'd be less of a reason to fight you. Anything you looking like food is vulnerability. That's people jump all over that. That's how boxing is. It's a sport of inches. So that shit just is not gonna happen unless the A side demand to fight. You get what I'm saying? Them dudes ain't running around scared to fight each other. Not at that level. Yeah, that's different though. Scared to fight and scared to lose your status is different. You know what I'm saying? That's different. And the money, but still, it's like it's part of the sport. You get what I'm saying? It's part of the game. I don't see it. Like on one side, you got guys, neither one of them has ever been known to turn down a fight, ever. Neither one on record. It's just a matter of how you're going to make them biggest fights. And I'm going to keep saying it. If they're not in the situation where they're demanding fights, on either side, it's not happening. I'm telling you, we're going to sit around and wait for the business of boxing to do it. And they showed you time and time again that they don't have to fight the craziest opponent and they can still make money. People got to think he's an investment. How many people you think get their palms greased when he fight? That's why he sound like he be so frustrated with the sport and people using his name for this or that. Should get crazy. Seem like somebody always wants something. I listen to that dude in them interviews and hear that frustration. Stressed out boxing, what it do? So think about it. You go from having a six fight deal, right? That they said allegedly, right? 6 fight deal to talking about you retiring next. Remember, your deal was bigger than Floyd Mayweather's. You go from that to talking about you retiring without even completing the deal. Make that make sense. Anybody. Make it make sense. And that's not a knock on Tank when I say that. I'm pointing directly to the business of boxing. What changed from my deal bigger than Floyd? You get what I'm saying? To I'm retiring. Gotta ask yourself sometimes. Like people be like, oh, that's because nobody wanted to fight him. You really believe that? Like, come on, man. So shout out to boxing, but they be trying to, like, I feel like the more we educate and we inform ourselves, like as a unit, the less they can run these games on us. So when these fights don't happen, we ain't stuck sitting up calling the fighters ducks, and then they didn't even get to that. So that's where I'm at. So I gotta go with Norman Jr. Stop it. Shout out to Terrell.
That is one thing I gotta say is that if the fans would take the time to understand the business of the boxing, it would cut out a lot of this back and forth that they be fussing on the internet, trying to talk about I kill you over talking boxing, talk about people's mamas and everything over boxing. And if they would understand that most of the time these fighters never talk to each other until they at the press conference. And when the fight don't get happen, the fighters never talked about it. So that's what messes it up a lot, because there's a lot of situations where the fighters got blamed, but it was really just the business behind it.
Yep. Yeah, nowadays I just stay out of the business of boxing, man. Just let me know and who, what, when, where, and how, and I'll just generally follow what I think is a good timeline rather than the constant bickering and back and forth. Rankings are good too. Pay attention to. Good indication.
Yeah, a lot of posturing online. No business being done, just arguing.
Earlier when we were talking about Eubank and Ben, it's interesting we were talking about that, but we're not talking about Daniel Dubois and Alexander Usyk fighting end of next month. All right, it's in late July, right?
Because we all know if Dubois don't knock him out, they're not gonna give him the win. And even when Dubois does knock him out, they're not gonna give him the win. They're gonna give the man 5 minutes to sit on the ground like he got hit by a Mack truck and say it was a low blow and it wasn't.
Well, maybe AI can decide the review. Call it a fair shot. But
they doing that a lot nowadays too. So let's see.
Shout out to D-Hell, man.
It's a good fight, though. It's a good fight. If anything, I think Usyk will fight him just a tad bit differently. He might even press the gas, just to flip things up. It's gonna have to, because I know Daniel's gonna come for him. Like, he should. There's no reason why he shouldn't.
Dad said, I want smoke, man. I'm fighting. I want to fight everybody.
Who said that now?
No, I was saying Dev just said, fuck it.
He went down the list.
Pull everybody out. I'll fight you. And it seemed like there was substance behind all of them shit too.
Definitely. But
in this instance, it seemed like he was serious.
But definitely. Even all the
really
more.
cheated us out of a fight. And I'm telling y'all, it's because he denying Devin Haney the greatness. He know on his path back to the top, he don't want it to be through him. I'm telling you. He don't want that shit to be through him. Shout out to my dog, man. Everything Boston said, keep grinding, man. Appreciate you, man. You already know. We on the job. We just gonna keep cooking. Oh, appreciate you.
Dev just went down the list, man. I think Norman Jr. was 5 or 6. So that's who he got to, landed. I'm glad both sides agreed. Here we are. Got to fight. November.
Right.
God forbid anybody gets injured in that time being. But it should be nice, man. Maybe around September, we'll start getting some press conferences and all that kind of good stuff. Riyadh season.
Riyadh. They think that favors Devin because it's Turkey. I'm like, man, outside of the Adonis fight, I think that's the only one I really could look at. I was really red flaggers. I could think of off the top of my head where it looked like his influence alone just impacted that fight for one reason or another. Him saying shit, just bad taste in people's mouth. But I don't know about all this. I don't want to say that people are just setting guys up to lose. It's just like, what's the benefit for real? Like, seriously though, what is the benefit of you set up a fight? I feel like as long as it ain't a handicap match or like some wild bogus judging or refereeing, like then it's a fight. Like, that's the only fight I could look at and say, I think, him, his presence or anything, his influence or whatever could have impacted the outcome of the fight. The rest of them, I can't say that. So I don't know if, them fighting in Saudi even matter. I just think it's going to be two American guys fighting in Saudi. And the best man going to win.
When's the last fight we had in Saudi? Was that undisputed at 75? I was asking, when's the last fight we had in Saudi?
Was
the last undisputed fight? At 75 where we had it over there?
Was it undisputed? You said Beagle and
yeah.
I could think of a significant one.
Well, there you go. Turkey just he won a little bit of the pie too. There you go.
Y'all know who I got in the fight, and I'm ready for it. It's gonna be a nice little present for me. My birthday in November, so I'm ready for it, man. I got my boy Devin. I hope he come out and make everybody hate him even more. Box the shit out this nigga, man. I'm talking about, I want my boy lateral movement, 1, 2, lateral movement, 1, 2. I want y'all to hate him. I want them to hate him, bro, because when he was changing up his style and when he was going at them, what happened? They talked shit about him. They say he didn't win, but he easily won. And that's just me personally, because I like the science of boxing. That's what what attracted me to boxing is hit and don't get hit. And I want them to just put it on full display and make every one of these casual fans hate him, because I know my boy gonna be the underdog. I hope he is, at least put big money on him.
That's a fact, Damon. That's a fact, bro. People be looking to find, and that's why I try to represent the other side and lead an argument and all that. It just don't be worth it, yo. Like, I see a fight, I seen the fathers going back and forth, I seen the lists be made, I seen how it kind of got started, and nowhere do I feel like, okay, this is about to be a setup fight. Like, why are we doing this? Like, we don't even have anything to go off to even feel that way. We just be throwing shit out there. Yeah, man, he about to set up Brian Norman up to lose, man. Devin, his guy. Now Canelo, little man. Now all of a sudden Turkey is Canelo, Crawford uncle, and bro, I'm trying to think, make sure I ain't tripping. Who did business with Turkey first? Could have swore, and I could have swore. I know for a fact Canelo was saying, they had that little back and forth where he was speaking like he wouldn't work with him, man. Then he kind of changed his tune. So it's like, you said one thing and did another. Like, you get what I'm saying? You mad at Crawford approaching you? It's weird ass shit, man. Weird, man. Just weird. Weird, man. Weird. I just don't see it, man. I don't know. I don't know if Crawford is his guy either. Is what my point is. I start rambling, but I don't know if Crawford is his guy, and I can't say that Devin Haney is his guy. What did he do special for Devin Haney to make him his guy? Because if anything, the statement he put out will be it make you think about Devin Haney, like, oh shit, he talking to you, or at least those fights, fights fought like that. So I don't know. Is he really his guy? I don't know if he's anybody's guy. I know he likes Shiraz. I know that though. That's clear. I don't give a damn. He ain't got to say nothing. I could see that, but I don't know about the rest of them being his guy.
What was the comment though, Josh?
Brian Norman Jr. not getting a fair shake in Saudi because Devin Haney is Turkey's guy. And you see how Canelo was trying to make it seem like Crawford is Turkey's guy. Like, I know that your uncle is your guy. Nah, Oppen was good with it, bro. He said Shakur.
Man, boxing is subjective. So you hear so many different things on a daily basis. Whatever. That's what's up.
Yeah, I just don't feel like Turkey is. I mean, all these fighters are Turkey's guy. You got to show me something other than a tweet or, you know what I mean? Even to be against them. I wouldn't even say it's against them. Like, the dude just want to be entertained, but I just think he go about certain things the wrong way.
I think Turkey's got the American fan base right where he wants us. He's got our attention. We're talking. We're buying it. We're supporting it, whether we like some of the people or not. He's got us, man. It's all good. Salute to the boxing community too, man. We got people every day talking boxing. Every day. At all times of the day and night. And let them talk. Talk.
So, for me personally, I got this fight going. Dev working, jab him out, keep him moving. I know Norman got to put that power, man, but I do think Dev can figure out how to outsmart this guy, especially the guy slow, slower than Dev, but you know another thing, man. I was saying it yesterday, man. Dev been cutting into about a muscle man for plenty of years, making 135. I think this is gonna be his first time at a fight weight where he got his full amount of muscles. He didn't have to cut into it, and he's gonna be strong, man. I wouldn't be surprised, come through. Like I was saying, man, these guys like to set up to where they ain't got to have the most power. They like sharp punches and accurate punches more than they like the power. They could just if he can move Brian and catch Brian on a corner or on an angle, boom, don't be surprised if you see him go down.
I like that, Wheels. I like that. I believe in Dev like that too, man. But it's gonna be a chess match, man. Both these guys are excellent fighters, and it's a big point to note that either or guys fought anyone like this before. So they're really gonna have to bring their strategies. I know they're gonna believe in what their strengths are, and no matter who you're rooting for, they're gonna have to really be on their A game, man, because any punch can change the tune of the match real quick. I'm interested to see who Dev will bring into his camp to just kind of help tweak some things and learn some things, because I didn't get too much into what happened with him and Mosley, but I know definitely that stuff probably more than likely will show in this matchup. It's going to have to keep a fighter like Norman off of him. You're going to have to show some of that.
Shout out to Extended Awakening. I think that by unanimous decision. Can't wait to see the fight. Put the fight on. Can't wait to see it. Shout out to both parties involved, man. Everybody involved. That's how you do it, man. Telling you, I feel like the line of communication was able to be established and business was able to get done, man. You gotta love it.
That's why. That's right there is one of the top reasons why Dev's my favorite fighter, bro. Because it's him and his daddy. Yeah, his daddy gonna talk his shit, but his daddy's also gonna make the business happen. And Bill be networking with everybody. He got a phone number for every promotional company that he can call up. hey, this guy, I want to make a fight with him. Here's my price. Here's my son. This is what we're trying to do. Boom.
Right.
And in a matter of literally days, because this fight got done in less than a week. Norman put a guy on the mat. Bill and Dev was on the phone with him the next day on the boxing boys. Let's make it happen. Made it happen. Turkey out sheet come out after the supposed reports of Turkey told Dev that he's not gonna support him anymore. Remember they talking about that they made that no murder rule was supposed to be against Devin Haney. So how's he the guy, you know? But you know, people they just Devin Haney. They hate him. And as long as they can hate on Devin, they gonna do it, man.
Get him, Wills. Get him. That's true. I came on just late last week and was saying that. And I was like, man, all I see is them just trying to set up a fight. Like, what y'all talking about? But anyway, that's old news now. So we got it. Praise the Lord. Praise God. And can't wait, man. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, man.
We need a little trash talk too from the gentleman.
Last night was cool, but that Jake Paul, I mean, look, at this point, that dude, I know what he doing, but listen, he's getting behind women's boxing is smart. Keep giving these fighters opportunities is smart. Signing them up, all that stuff is smart. Filling the undercards out with real solid fights on the build up to your shit is cool, but for me, man, if you want to respect from the boxing world, he gonna kind of have to you know, he gonna have to fight people that we deem threats and challenges. Like, you can't keep fighting fights that look set up and fixed. It's not gonna go over well, man. Overall, it's just not. So I appreciate him rocking with women's boxing and giving out them opportunities and stuff. That's dope. So makes, like I said, the side show a little more tolerable. But damn it, you just can't convince me Chavez Jr. at 39 can't throw more than 14 punches, bro. Like, what the hell was that? That's a joke. And it's not that difficult. It's not like he being tricky or none of that. It's like, it's just hard to buy into that these fights are really playing out this way without nobody, you know, a little touch, you know, a little spin on it. I don't know what's going on, but I just didn't like the way it looked. You know. One of the last things I was gonna bring up, man. Do y'all see Oscar and Ryan again?
Yeah, they going. I was just saying they're going at it.
It's crazy, man. Ryan, I mean, mental health is always real, so you always want to like be mindful of stuff like that. But it's he got something with him. It just look like he patterns, man. Like when things go a certain way, he claimed this and then he lash out and then he cool, and I don't know, it just kind of get explained the way it justified. At some point you gotta hold yourself accountable, and I see him using this as like a scapegoat or a way to get out of certain situations. It seems that way to me. Like, you just be flashing out of nowhere and it's like, yeah, you get beat up by Rolly, it's very convenient. Now you're not good. Lose the tank, something wrong with you, then you need to step away from it's like it's always something with that kid, man, and I just don't know. I don't know. I wish he would. If it's help that he really need, I hope he go get it, because I hate seeing the same old stuff, same old. Now you going at it, saying F Golden Boy Promotions, and bro, ain't you signed to him? So I don't know. Maybe he got some. Usually when it's like that, it's probably money related.
Nah, that's
contract.
You know,
money, because just to flash out on Oscar if he ain't doing shit, it's weird.
Nah, it's not that. Oscar's just, that's his form of PR control right there, and Ryan's just mad because he's going through it again. But you know, I keep saying this about him. He doesn't work hard, man, at all. He's unprofessional in many circumstances, and you can know that by the fruit of his labor. He just keeps getting rewarded for the bad things, but he's done nothing. He's absolutely done nothing, and he's checked. This is probably the third or fourth, fifth time he's checked out. You know, he's dropped out of 2 fights because of mental health, only to come back to fight Gervonta Davis. It's just, I mean,
Exactly.
and
I was like,
just
I
all
don't know.
sorts of stuff.
It seems convenient to me. And he made some statements in regards to what Oscar said about, Virgil Ortiz being a real fighter. And he started complaining, I'm one of your only stars. So for you to, you gave me some bullshit. It was something else. It was detailed. Like he went in and that sounded like contract and money related to start talking. I'm your only star. How you going to sign me or offer me a BS contract after he lost the fight? That's what he said. So I don't know what's going on with them dudes. It seemed like it just, I don't know. Like
Well,
they
Oscar,
pull one win and then they not.
well, yeah, it'd be like that because Oscar is historically known to be, bad with these contracts, and I would say for the better of at least going on what seems like this better part of this decade. And it started with Canelo, doing his thing and leaving. And
Right.
since then, it's kind of just been more popularized. But, pray
Crazy,
for him.
right?
Keep moving
Crazy
forward.
You know what it seems like to me? A little bit of roid rage coming back into him.
He's stupid.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, let's look at Ryan and I did this, man. When he's off, bro, he gets to acting like this, and he starts to grow a beard that he never grew before, and then his muscles start to really define out. And you don't never see this. And this is during the middle of camp where your body's supposed to be in the best shape ever. And you don't look this defined muscular.
Right.
And then you go crazy in the head and you can't control your emotions and stuff.
Right.
All right, that testosterone building up. He don't know what to do with it. That's just my opinion. The roids get into him. They send them Chris Benoit.
Yeah, but Wills, he's more than likely not even training, man. I mean, what do I know? What do I know?
I watched a video of him yesterday. He looking great, in some good shape. He looked a lot bigger than he did in the Rolly fight and before the Rolly fight.
Well, when it comes fighting time for him, he'll be tested thoroughly. But we don't celebrate people on the juice around here.
Hell no.
No way, shape, or form.
I don't know. I know you got better connections than I would. Have you heard that Eddie Reynoso just had 6 fighters fail drug test down in Mexico? Yeah, I heard that about 3 weeks ago. That he had 6 fighters fail drug tests for PEDs.
I meant to make a video on that. I think it went over a lot of people's heads too, with these fighters. And the fighters that popped dirty on that same card, it was wild.
Bro, if I'm not mistaken, bro, the way the report said it is that Canelo also popped dirty as well. Again, because they said another in the report that I read. But I was like, I didn't hear nothing about major about it. I'm just saying in this report where it reported the 6 other people failing, and then it says Canelo with another failed drug test. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm counting on him being very juiced up against.
I got some of the names. I gotta go look back at.
I hate to say that, but I mean, yeah, counting on that. I would not be surprised. Did y'all see that press conference on Friday?
With Bud?
Yeah.
And Canelo, that was pretty good. It got fun. I liked it, man. It heated up a little bit.
You know what it reminded me? It reminded me of the buildup of just kind of like the ambience of it when Floyd and Conor was going at it. That's what it reminded me of. And like Dana White was like, UFC style. I was like, oh no. Oh man. Really interesting to kind of see him hosting this and being the lead promoter. What's the company that him and Turkey linked up with? What is it called, if you remember?
TKO.
TKO? Okay.
People that own the UFC and wrestling.
TKO shit that they got.
I got you. Interesting.
But see, that's what I was about to say. That boxers better start fucking with Jake, because if they get into boxing, you better expect the price of payment to drop, because they're gonna try to do like the UFC, and that shit's just not gonna work with these the current fighters, but it will work with new up and coming fighters, unless they make the stand to, you're not gonna pay us half for a fight, then to win a fight, and especially when they're used to being paid millions, you know.
Depends on who we're talking about. And then there are always going to be first timers, getting their biggest paydays, no doubt, and kind of having reciprocals. I would say like a reciprocal cycle of that, like mainly just kind of that same high pay. But again, it's going to depend on who we're talking about. I mean, I'm hearing astronomical numbers with Canelo Alvarez, what he's getting paid for this fight. I'm hearing baseball prices. I'm just like, this is
me too.
Nuts.
Me too. Right. Crazy.
Nuts.
Crazy.
To tell you the truth, too, like all jokes aside, the only fighter ever who should get paid $100 million, in my humble opinion, would be Muhammad Ali. The only one who's actually worth $100 million. That's just me. The rest of these guys, it's question marks.
But man, we had a good weekend, man. We did put a lot of hours in, man. I just wanted to come build, man. This is gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a lot more to discuss as these upcoming weeks with some of these performances, man. Kid Austin made his statement. Shakur, you're up next for the lightweights. Got Shiraz and Belinga. That whole card, matter of fact, was like another good card, man. I'm tuning into that. Got Shadeja fighting the day before. She fighting Savannah Marshall. Definitely, I'm locked into that, man. There's some good stuff coming up, man. Mari Jones signed the Golden Boy. I'm just thinking, just throwing some stuff out there. Some parts been moving in boxing, man.
Yep.
Let's getting fights, first round knockouts. Emmanuel Chance got him a first round knockout.
Yeah.
Don't
forget Old Man Manny, Pac-Man coming out.
Old Man Manny coming back.
Yeah, LS Tucker.
He trying to be a world champion again.
Cool Boy Steph and Oshak.
Yeah, Cool Boy and Oshak is gonna be really good.
Really good.
We got a lot of action.
That's 135 prequel right now. So remember that.
Right.
They coming.
But man, shout out to everybody. Make sure y'all hit the like button for your boy on the way out, man. Y'all could get y'all final words, man. I appreciate y'all coming over to rock out with me.
Yeah, man. Appreciate the link. Shout out to all you guys. Happy Lord's Day edition. And next time we out, I want all those Bill Haney haters to come on out, come on back up, and say you're sorry and all that good stuff. And good. That's all I want.
Right.
With that right there.
Appreciate you.
Right, always, bro.
Shout out to you, Justo. Appreciate you letting me be up here.
You already know.
I agree with it all the way. Bill Haney haters, keep the hate coming. Devin Haney haters, keep it coming. Because when my boy boxes y'all boy around the ring and puts y'all to sleep, I don't give a damn how y'all feel, because he won. And it's going to be the 4th time. At that, All right, bro.
You already know. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you, man. And with that, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. So the channel will be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. to keep building, y'all. Much love to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the Super Chat, Cash App. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. And we just going to keep building like that. To the next one, I'm out. Peace.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdueboxing shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet.